such a thing, evidently.
Well, not as such a thing as what? A
I
red?
said, red.
No, the red's gone.
Oh, well,
Okay, so the red is gone. We just ascertained that for sure. We have no red
Ascertained that.
pen, but we
I-
have black.
I can't see
Wait, we
that.
have this
Oh.
red. We have that
Oh, I
lively
didn't
red.
see that.
Anyway, so we're just opening up the room a tad early. I think I said I was going to open it up at 5 of, and it's 10 of maybe. I have to go get my watch. In the meantime, Mom is going to tell you what she's doing. Huh.
What I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that
Oh.
window.
We can try this. What am I writing in here? What my name is?
Your name and where you live.
Oh,
We're just going to move this over just a little bit and see if that would be better, not to have the door behind us.
oh, okay.
We'll try this. That might be a little better.
Okay, here I am. I've been just trying to write on this piece of paper. Laura said I should say where I live and exactly who I am. So that's what I just tried to do. And I think she's in the kitchen. Yeah, uh-oh. I was trying so hard to make it even, but I did not succeed. As you'll see, I had to go uphill. I either have to go uphill or downhill. I don't know what it is, but here I am. Well, I'm here at the table.
Turn the sign around so people can see it.
Oh, I'm supposed to have it this way.
Not, but show your face show.
Oh, can't do that, show my face, because it covers up my face. Where are we gonna put it? I don't know where to put it. Maybe I shouldn't have done it like that. I shouldn't have done it that way, Laura. I should have just put it all on one side, I guess, if it's not gonna be in front of my other face. My other face.
How many faces do you have? Do you think you could wear it? Oh, it doesn't show, does it?
No, it's not gonna
It
work.
doesn't show. We have to
I
move
should
it.
have put it over
I
on.
think maybe the camera's a problem. Maybe we need to go like that. Now can you see it?
Well,
Now put it in your lap. No, it doesn't show, does it?
no, can't put it in my
And
lap.
it doesn't show there because there's too much glare on it, huh?
Oh,
Maybe I have to turn off the light.
well, it's a little better,
Can
but
you see it
it's
now?
still not good. How
So
about this?
Why don't you introduce this whole party while I talk about the occasion of the party?
I'm introducing the party.
Tell them what date it is.
It's the 23rd, I
Of
believe.
what year?
of 2020. And I believe we're going to have a Zoom party at 4 o'clock. That when it's starting, not that everybody will get here on time, but I've just been getting ready for it by taking a shower and putting my Christmassy scarf on. So the fireplace is burning and it's lovely. It's just lovely. And I'm looking at a loaf of Christmas bread that's still all wrapped up. I don't know if that means we're going to eat it now or we're just going to share it and show it to people. This is the bread that my mother made, and she learned from her mother, as far as I know, or probably not her own mother, but her stepmother, because her mother died when she was very young. So I don't really know, but surely somebody in the wider family helped her.
You can move your sign down. You're looking at it all the time.
I can't hear
You
you.
don't have to keep your sign up all
Oh,
the time. Let's
Okay,
just put it down for now,
All right.
okay?
all right.
I didn't want to interrupt you, okay? But I thought you might read these things from Keith.
Oh, well, Keith asked for some Christmas Zoom topic suggestions for today.
Who asked?
Laura, one is your first and earliest Christmas memories. One is your favorite and best Christmas memories. Oh my, Christmas favorite core ongoing rituals, food, music, movies, decorations, etc. Regrets, past rituals that have faded, or you wish you could remember or start, create or start. Keith signs this with a little K, but then he puts a slash and puts Keith. So this is my brother in Boston. Oh, he sent this to other people, it says. He says that he sent it to other people. That's very nice. Very nice. You see how Wendy did the Christmas decoration. I don't know where that little snowman came from that's standing there by the fireplace, but it's very cute. Very cute. Yeah. So, yeah, Laura's been making Christmas bread. She made, I believe, more than 12 loaves of Christmas bread and sending it to people that she really has a memory about enjoying it. And I think one of them was Rose Alaska. She used to be Argelander when she was a young girl. And she was, my brother Eddie loved her, and she truly loved him. And he died just, I think, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So he's the one that's lived the longest next to me. I'm the next one to that. So anyway, I think we're a little early here. Yeah, 3 minutes of. 3 minutes of. So Laura's got the Christmas tablecloth on, which is very nice, and a loaf of Christmas bread here. And this bouquet of roses that came from Rose, and she sent these beautiful stargazer lilies. The memory I have about them is that I don't know when I got the first one ever, but they really at that time smelled very strong, although these do not. I can't imagine that they were able to take the smell out of them, but maybe they did. They can do all kinds of things. Anyway, here's one that isn't even opened up yet, but they're beautiful flowers. They are. And so, um, yeah, what do I remember more about them? Yeah, I love them. I love them, but Mom was really bothered by the smell of, who's there? Oh my gosh, what a lovely surprise to see. My dear
Hello, hello.
Heather. Heather, you're not Heather. Heather, you're Catherine.
I'm Catherine.
Catherine, here's
Yes.
Cindy. Here's Cindy. We just opened your Christmas card, Cindy. It just arrived and we just opened it.
Awesome.
So, anyway, Laura's left me here to fend for myself while she's in the kitchen. I think she's getting me chicken broth, I think. So, Catherine, where are you living these days? I don't even know.
I am still on Guimas. All of my classes are online
Can't hear
still.
you.
So.
Are you
I'm still on.
muted?
I don't think so. Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you. No sound.
Huh.
I can hear you
You
just
have
fine.
sound, Cindy?
I do.
Huh.
Do we know?
Well,
Oh, Ryan. Look who's there. Ryan. Oh, how lovely. How
I
lovely.
don't know why we're not hearing
He's got
anything.
a
Surprise.
tree. Hi, Ryan. Yes.
Can you all hear us?
yes, we can hear you.
That is so weird.
Adrian.
I cannot hear anything.
Huh.
Why would that be?
Hey.
So now I hear Adrian.
Oh, great. And Ryan, I see a Christmas tree there. Yes. Are you in New York?
No, in Washington, D.C.
Washington.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Ryan, how great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, you're so welcome. I know it's a busy time for people, but this Zoom does give us the opportunity to do something much more easily than getting on an airplane. So
Certainly right now, yes.
Adrian.
Oh, I followed instructions too. I made my sign.
oh, you sure did. Well,
Oh,
please, but you hold that up. Mom made hers too, but we don't know how exactly to work this out.
I don't know if I
So
did it.
I don't know because Keith isn't here to tell us exactly how often we have to show it. I did ask Betsy to make the sign that he wanted. So he wanted some official introduction and Mom did a little something, but she should probably redo it now that people are here.
Oh,
Remember your official, like the dates?
my official? Oh, the
No,
date?
not that, but remember we should open it up by saying what date it is?
It's the 23rd, I
Of
think,
what? Of what?
of
Of
December
what year?
of 2020. And I just wonder, Catherine, do you know Ryan?
I don't think we've ever met. No.
Oh, well, Ryan, this is Linda's daughter, Catherine.
Okay, I remember when you were born.
You don't remember.
No, I remember when I would have remembered when she was born.
Oh, you're
But clearly it's been a while.
trying to think how old she is right now myself. I'm
I'm going to be 20 here pretty soon.
not
Oh.
even 20 yet.
What?
Oh, look at that. Look how she's getting so old. And here's Emily. And here was Cindy over here, who's gone away for the moment. Where is Cindy?
I'm here.
Lights. Oh, there she is. What are you drinking there, Cindy?
Just some tea.
Oh, because I was just thinking we should have cocoa with whipped cream in it. That's what I think we should be having. Good morning. It's not morning, Emily. It's not morning.
Hi.
I was here quite a long time ago in the morning, but now it's What, 4 o'clock?
We're here on the West Coast. I know we're not all on the West Coast. Hi,
my
Ryan.
God.
So good to see you.
Emily, great to see
Cindy.
you too. Hi, Cindy.
Hey,
Cindy, what time is it there?
it's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we're 4 o'clock. I think we're 4 o'clock. And what about Ryan?
7 o'clock.
7?
Yes, it is.
How did it get that old? Oh, wait. How did it?
Well, that's the mystery of this all. So we are many miles apart.
Yes.
Yeah. In
Oh,
different time zones. But look at all the Christmas trees.
yes. Cindy, you have a
And
lovely
Catherine, are
baby.
you cold?
Oh, it's freezing. No, I went snowshoeing day before yesterday. And that's a picture from where I went snowshoeing.
Okay, but you should have a hat and a scarf on to go with it.
She's got a tree.
So that is a picture of something you took recently.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's fun. So snowshoeing, had you done it before?
Nope.
I've always wanted to do it. I lived in Anchorage for a while and I never did get to stay the winter, but knew that they had some bike trails that they groomed for the cross-country skiing through town, and I always thought that would be really fun, but Billy did not think it would be fun, so we left because he had enough cold in his life. Hello, Betsy.
Hey, Betsy.
Did you get a chance to make that introduction sign, Betsy?
No, but I could do it now.
That was Scott's idea for all of you artsy types, is to just spend the time doodling, and that you could get all this accomplished while we chat.
I've got my Sharpie when I get directions.
Okay,
She's more ready than I am then.
I do not know who would give the directions. Did you all read Keith's
David.
offerings?
There's David.
I just got confused.
I think it was a little overwhelming with all the different suggestions.
Right, well, the latest is that we could focus if we chose. Once again, just keep in mind, this is all an invitation only. Like, if you want to talk about Christmas when it's your turn to talk, you could fill it up with anything Christmassy that you like. And Keith had some suggestions, but he also just wants it very documented.
Well, thank you.
Mom has said a couple times what the date is, but I know dates are important to keep.
The
so-
23rd,
They say the whole thing, Mama. That's not enough.
December,
Of what?
December 23rd, 2020.
That all has to go together, otherwise we may get lost in
Oh,
time and space.
Look, Cindy's got a big Santa Claus.
Yeah, and a beautiful tree.
Yeah.
Is that in your front yard? This thing?
That's my backyard. This, oh wait, I can't point to him. Oh no, what did I do? Because it's a virtual background, but yeah, to the left of the tree, that's the backyard.
Oh, I see. So you don't really have a tree?
No, I do, but I'm not in that room right now because my husband is putting in shelves and making a lot of noise in the living room.
It's just a miracle world, isn't it, Mom?
Yeah.
Wow, so that's your house.
She's in a room that she's not really in.
Okay, well, that's cool. That, I thought that there was kind of like, she looked a little bit cut out.
Yeah. Why does Catherine not jitter around like I do?
She
why I
does.
don't-
She
what do
does.
I do
Here,
wrong?
if I move backwards, it's a lot worse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Made her disappear.
But it just looked weird if I was that close in. See, but no, see, it's still really jittery.
Yeah, I
So-
just can't decide what to do.
Yeah.
Well, but at least you've lost the meat.
You can tell she's not really there. She's a phantom in that room.
You're not really there? Where are you?
An arm.
I'm in the same house, just not in that room.
You're not in the room, but I see you in the room?
Yeah, that's,
Correct.
she's in a different room. She's been teleported. Catherine, are you two people all of a sudden?
I can't see everyone on my phone, but my computer doesn't have a microphone.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I just,
Yeah.
you had cloned yourself or something.
Mhm.
You know, Ryan, do you know if your mom is coming?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her today,
Right.
so I
She's just gone
don't
through
know.
awfully hard time recently.
Yes, between her and my grandmother, it's just a day-to-day thing as to who's got the biggest calamity of the moment.
That's got to be really hard, especially when you're so far away.
Yeah, and it's been hard this year because normally I try to come out 5 times a year or so, and
I
this
know.
year that hasn't happened, so it's been
Right.
difficult.
Have you traveled some since the shutdown, though?
Well, I did one time to California
Right.
during that very brief moment where cases were going down for a fleeting moment. So
Right.
I did get one trip out there. So I'm grateful for that, but I've also had to cancel 4 others. So
Oh my,
fingers crossed for February.
right. So they didn't make you pay for them though, right? You got to move them?
Correct. Yep. I've got credit for them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's
really.
Dad?
They can't be encouraging people to travel right now, so they can't make you stick to those like they used to like to do.
So Ryan,
Fortunately, I'm a little bit more flexible.
Yeah.
are you in New York?
Hi, Betsy.
Where are you?
Washington, D.C. I have my sign as instructed.
I think you win for the farthest away. Keith isn't coming. He's camera shy.
Ryan, I am super curious. This is Adrian
Hi,
in
Adrian.
Portland.
How are you?
Backwards, isn't it?
No, it's perfect.
Okay. I'm curious, do you have any, I don't know, interesting insights being in politics right now that you want to share?
No, I don't. Gosh, interesting insights. Things are quiet here right now, but of course, DC is the place where people come to have their voice be heard, right? So, it's been an interesting year because you've had the entire spectrum of the world has come to DC during this time for such a widely different range of issues, right? I mean, we had, over the summer, we had, Black Lives Matter and the aftermath of George Floyd and heavy protesting. And then last week we had Make America Great Again through. And, so it's been interesting to see the back and forth from that. But things are quiet here right now. And for the most part, this year has been peaceful in DC. And I think that's what's been most important. There were a few moments where things unfortunately crossed a line, but for the most part, everyone's been very respectful and very, supportive of one another. And I think that's something to be grateful for. But it's a weird time. I've been here 10 years. So, the last 4 years have been just a very different vibe in DC than it was in the 8 years of the Obama administration. It's been a much quieter town. People who work in the political realm have really kept under the radar, sometimes intentionally. Well, for reasons I probably need not explain. They kind of gravitate to a few safe spaces where they know they're not going to be heckled, or they know they're not going to come into contact with people who disagree with them. But it's just the social scene's been very different, right? I mean, and the Trumps just themselves are not people that really went out very much. They weren't interested in getting involved in the DC community. The president spends a substantial amount of time in Florida. So it's just been a very, very different 4 years than the first chunk of time that I had when I lived here, when things were just a lot more socially active and there was a lot more involvement with the local community. So who knows what the future, who knows what the next administration will bring. I mean, for one thing, President Biden is going to be a lot older, so I don't imagine him wanting to be as social and maybe out there as, say, the Obamas were, because they were so young, right? I mean, they were in their 50s, right? Young whippersnappers compared to some of the people that are in politics. But no, for the most part, I mean, I know as much as you all know from reading the news, just like anyone else. So I try to avoid that world like the plague. I I have a few friends who are involved in it, and the less that I interact with it, the better, as far as I'm
I
concerned.
see. And so what part, because I've heard that you are in politics, is that true?
No, oh gosh, no. I work for the
Oh.
federal government, but I don't work in a political function.
I see. So you're in a department of some
Yes.
sort?
Yes, I work at the U.S. government's Development Finance Bank. So it's actually called the U.S. International Development Finance Bank. Yeah, so we lend to developing countries overseas, or we help to build foreign economies and invest in infrastructure projects that are hopefully going to strengthen a region and, you know, maybe by default help promote U.S. interests in the region. But it's all under the guise that a stronger, more economically equal world with better access to capital and better access to opportunity will be a stronger world for all, for Americans and for people abroad.
That's cool.
Hi, Ken. Welcome. Good to see you.
I made it. I'm a little late. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
No worries. No worries. There's a lot of people I think might be coming late. But you know, Ken, do you know?
No, I just got this on for fun. Margot.
Hey, Margot, there she is. Okay.
Yes, hi.
I don't feel we haven't gone anywhere, done anything. We don't know anybody over there.
I've been to the market.
I was kind of hoping my daughter would be joining us tonight. I had invited Charlene's daughter, Stephanie, and she could not make it. It was kind of a thought on my part, but I was trying to bring some other family members in too that
Betsy,
you would not have known.
Betsy, you should mute yourself.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Margo. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Mhm.
So Ken, do you know who Ryan is?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, we met. I was visiting out. I was working in California, and he happened to be out there. And
Oh, good. Okay, well, I didn't know if my little diagram helped you, but is there anybody here that you don't know?
well, thank you, Emily. I know Betsy. I know Cindy. The young ones, Adrienne and Emily. Yes, Emily, I'm calling you young ones.
Yeah.
And are new faces to me, but they're probably next generation.
Yeah.
See, because like
Not the Catherine's part of the next generation, the grandchildren.
Adrian and Emily and I are actually all from the same generation. There's a big age gap.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's just Adrian and Emily's kids are younger.
Well, we've messed up the generation thing with not having children at the right time.
well, just
Trying to think of I think I'm the oldest in this generation for everybody, all the great grandkids of Clara and Frank. I think I'm the first grandchild, great grandchild.
Are you
I
sure?
know it's Wendy.
What about Stephanie? No.
Wendy.
Oh, Stephanie.
there's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
How old is Stephanie? Good question. Ken, do you know?
Stephanie is Charlene. There's 4 of Mueller kids.
Right.
Michael, the oldest, Kathy, myself, and then Charlene was the baby.
Right.
Of
How old
Helen.
is Stephanie?
Of Helen, right. Charlene passed in 2015 from cancer. And, but she had 2 kids, a boy and girl, Dennis Jr. and Stephanie. And Stephanie is a social worker and she's 31 now, has 3 just adorable daughters.
Right.
It's good. So I was just at the last minute thinking, how many people do I know that I could bring on to this whole thing? Because there was a huge list you sent, and it was just awesome.
Well, I was thinking I should have sent that picture that I made. I made a collage of all of us generations. I think there are 23 or something of us grandchildren from Clara and Frank that included the adopted sister, Linda. I don't know if you remember that my mom and dad adopted Linda, Ken. Anyway, she was.
No, I don't remember that.
Was a refugee and it did not go well. It was a very difficult situation, but it's got a long story to it because I guess Frank and Clara were going to adopt her themselves. And all the kids said, this isn't a good idea. We have got to do this. And so they were all discussing amongst themselves who should do it. And it ended up being the baby in the family who was only barely, not even a full 10 years older than the refugee. It was not good.
Don and I adopted her. Yes. And so I'm trying to see here.
You want to introduce people more?
Me? Well, I don't know if everybody knows Catherine. Does everybody know Ryan? Does everybody know Cindy? I don't know.
Who do you?
I don't know how Ryan is related.
You don't know how Ryan is related.
We'll let him. We'll get.
I have an idea.
Aunt Alice is my great aunt, and her brother Ed was my grandfather, and his daughter Rose is my mom.
All right. Okay.
So we're all descended from Frank and Clara Argelander, and the first child was Helen. The first child of Frank and Clara Argelander was Helen, and from Helen's family we have Ken.
Yay.
Yay! So Ken's our representative from that line, and then second was Frank Argelander, and we have Frank's daughter Margot here.
There she is.
Hey, Margot.
Yeah.
Where's Jeff?
And is Jennifer here?
She will be coming later.
And when Jennifer gets here, she's a sister, so also Frank's daughter.
Do you think Ron will come this time, Margot?
Okay, he was, his excuse is that he had a dentist appointment. He's supposedly getting false teeth.
Oh, today.
And one of his teeth is falling out and he says he looks like a hobo, but he said he might try to come probably on his phone like last time. I told him to come on the computer, that maybe that he could at least see everybody and just not talk because his audio doesn't work. But well, he's not here. I will text him real quick and just remind him.
Thank you, Margot.
And it looks like Ken brought his dog.
This is Kip, and he does not like to be away from me, so he had to come.
Kip.
Thank you.
Is that what you said?
Kip just wants to be part of the family, part of that.
Kid gets to be part of the party. I don't think we have any rules about that. Except they can't eat all the food.
So I'm going to continue with introductions.
Thank you, Em.
So we have Frank and Clara's daughter, Helen was first, and then Frank and Frank's descendants, and then Ruth was next. Ruth was the third child, and from Ruth we have Cindy here,
Hey,
and that's
Cindy.
Cindy. There is Ruth's baby of the four kids, and then we have Catherine, and Catherine is Ruth's son Tom's daughter.
Catherine.
So Ruth's granddaughter, and Frank and Clara's great granddaughter. And I think that's all the representatives from that branch. Then there's Ed. Ed was the fourth child of Frank and Clara. And right now, I think we have just Ryan.
Yeah, there's Ryan.
Is
So
your mom
Ryan is Frank
coming or not?
is Ed's grandson. Ed's daughter Rose, her son. And then the last child of Frank and Claire was Grandma Alice here, the only surviving member at this time, the only one here with us. And Alice's children are Keith, who's not here, but will be probably watching the recording, and Laura, who's sitting next to Alice, and Betsy, who's here, and Wendy, who I see she's arrived. Hello, Wendy.
Wendy's right there.
Oh, yeah.
And Betsy and David are married. And so David is the current representative, right?
Where is David?
David's right there.
Oh, hi, David. It says Betsy. I'm confused.
Well, yeah, it's her computer. Doesn't mean I can't sit here and look too and talk.
So we're happy to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Yes, and then we also have in that branch myself, I'm Laura's daughter, and Adrian, who is also Laura's daughter. So we are Grandma Alice's grandchildren. And I think that covers everybody who's here
Good job.
at the moment.
So Ryan, you remember me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good to
The-
see you, Dave.
I wasn't sure because when it's been so long since I saw you, I'm looking at you and go, who's that? Ryan? That's Ryan? That don't look like Ryan. You seem to have taken on your mom's rounder face and not like your dad.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't recognize because the last time I saw you, you looked more like your dad than you did your mom.
Okay. Well, it's probably a good 20 years, right?
At least, yeah.
I think the last time I saw you, Ryan, you were singing in a boys' choir.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
I was actually trying to think when the last time I saw you was, because I remember it may have been, was it in Sonoma?
Probably.
I think so.
Sonoma.
Maybe you were like 10 or 11.
Yeah. I remember Keith and Betsy were there. That was, I think, the one and only time I ever met them. But there were a lot of people there, and I don't remember who else was there. But that was in the 90s. That was a while ago.
oh, in the 90s. Yeah.
In Sonoma.
It's a
at the
lot
Alphonse
taller
Music
now.
Hall.
And I think it's kind of interesting how they're strong Southern California roots, right? And then a lot of us have moved away from there. But let's see, Margot, you might be the representative that's still in Southern California, right?
I think she's probably the last. Well, wait a minute. Rose still lives in California too, doesn't she?
Yep.
So there's Rose and her. Would be the last two in California.
Right. And Cindy, you moved permanently last year, right?
A year and a half ago, yeah.
And now you're in, remind me again,
Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm gonna have to ask you all to excuse me and I'll be back. But I can't seem to wait any longer. Okay, bye-bye.
Wait a second. Let me help you.
Oh, Laura's gonna help me so I don't fall. She takes such good care of me.
Let me go this way, Mom.
Very good care of
This
me.
way, this way.
Oh, she's drinking coffee, I see over here. All right, I'll be back.
Okay. Remember, we didn't put that alarm on you, so you're gonna be extra careful.
Yes, I will.
Okay. All right, I don't know if everybody remembered to bring their snack with them, or if they liked that idea. Uh-oh, I couldn't hear you, Adrian.
Oh, I brought my kale salad.
Oh, good.
Oh,
That's
that's why you're so thin.
All right, well, what do we all think? I mean, it's been going pretty well so far. There hasn't been a lot of that confusing crosstalk or anything, so I don't know, we need structure. Thank you, Betsy, for holding up the sign. But is everybody good just to keep chatting, or would you like to do a more formal thing? Anybody want to vote or?
I like the idea of giving everyone a few minutes and going through, but maybe we should wait for Grandma to come back.
Okay. we can
She
do
probably
that.
wouldn't want to miss an update from everybody.
That's true that, she misses a lot anyway, and we will have this lovely thing to watch over and over, and I will send everybody the link in case there are parts they miss. I had the really terrible experience 2 days ago. I've been kind of hosting this so we can record things for Keith. And we kind of meet on Zoom over on a regular weekly level with family members. But I never had the problem of an unstable internet until Monday, when I kept getting kicked off of my own party. And it was a very distressing experience. But the nice thing about recording it now is that we can watch the parts we miss. Even if I get kicked off, which I don't intend to get kicked off, but that is the problem with technology, is sometimes it doesn't work well.
There's
My mom.
Lucy.
Everybody, this is Winston.
Oh, Winston, hello.
Winston.
Don't you
We
look
have
so
3 dogs currently in the house. They're all rescues. And so we have gravitated towards pugs. You saw Kip, but there's another pug running around downstairs that may find his way up here or not. But
was your family, were you dog people, Ken, when you were growing up? Did you always have dogs?
we had a dog growing up. It was a little rat terrier. And he passed after like 16 years. And my dad, the strong silent type, basically, I guess, missed him so much, said no more pets. And so
Oh,
as soon as I got out and got my own place, though, the first dog I ever had was a Bernese Mountain Dog.
hmm.
Brought that into this marriage, and we both, I mean, we never look for dogs. God just sends them our way.
Mhm.
Most we've ever had is 6. Even my wife admitted that was much. Usually we have always 2 to 3 running around. We had more, but the one pug started getting a little aggressive and territorial. And so some of the older ones, so my daughter ended up taking 2 of them herself. And so we're right now just at 3, but you know, I've got a few more years to retirement, and I don't want big dogs, and I don't want, you know, a bunch of dogs and stuff like that. And so we're just kind of, I think we're it with additions to the family for a while.
Mhm. So 3 is a good number for you?
2 would probably be a better number
Okay.
for us.
Mhm.
But we'll just take it as it goes. I mean, the pugs are ours. Technically, Kip, who you met, belongs to my son, but he's in the Marines, and you know, where's he going to go? So he ended up just staying here when he was doing weekend duty and stuff. And it finally evolved in that he just stays here. So he's been ours for a couple of years now.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you about Jake. Is he already, so where's his first assignment?
He is, yes, officially gone. The last time we did this, we had our Christmas and our family Thanksgiving on the 22nd. I think it was the 22nd, because he was shipping out a few days later. And normally he's in the reserves, which is, you know, a weekend a month and a couple of weeks in the summertime. And it's a 6-year commitment in the Marines, not National Guard. He's a full-blown Marine. But they, about 2 years ago, called him to active duty, and he went to Jordan for several months, which is kind of scary, but he was far enough away from Syria and the Civil War to not worry about it too terribly much. But then they just called him up, and he like I said, he left at the end of November, and he's in Cuba right now, and working at Guantanamo Bay Naval Base down there. And they are going to start rotating him through embassy duty. He's a military police officer in the Marine Corps, which pleases me to no end, because my father was a lifelong cop and his father was a lifelong cop. So that kind of flows through our family. But he is going to be rotating through South America, guarding embassies. So we won't see him again until next August.
Wow, well, I didn't really know that, Ken, about the cop deep roots. How did that affect you? Did you ever think that was your calling?
I thought about it briefly when I was going through college. I worked in a funeral home in Shaker Heights where my dad was a cop. Put myself through school in his funeral home, and I worked weekends as a police dispatcher. And I thought it was good. I thought it was cool. And I thought maybe that was something I was going to do. And my dad threatened me with physical injury and said, "You are not going to become a cop. You're going to do something different." And they packed me off to college, and I did something different.
So you made your dad proud then by not doing the same thing?
Yes, my dad was like, "You can do better than being a beat cop."
Wow.
And so what's interesting is Jake doesn't have the desire to do law enforcement now when he gets out. I mean, he could get a job anywhere for anything, but he just doesn't have the desire to do that anymore.
Who's talking? Ken is talking. Oh, Ken is talking about
Ken's talking. The Marines work
and his grandmother.
differently. He had gone to the Marines.
That's true.
And they don't take you in unless there's a job. And so he was going to be a mechanic for them. And he went up to sign in, and they realized they didn't have a mechanic's job for him. So they would not take him into the Marines. So he went back and he thought about it, and he went back up and said, "How about military police?" And they said, "Yeah, we have a hole." And so that's what he's been doing for the last 5.5 years.
Okay. Good. So have we had anybody new since I've been away? No?
I don't think anybody knew. No.
Betsy, have you introduced yourself?
Well, we aren't doing the official
No.
thing yet. I think
No
we
official?
have kind of roughly said, does anybody need introductions? And I don't think they do.
Oh,
I don't think anybody else needs introductions. But we were waiting for you to come back
Oh.
to start our more
well, there's
formal.
Wendy.
We're going to do a everybody talk thing.
Oh, Scott.
Scott Diamond, so soon.
Scott.
He had to,
Lovely.
We knew that Scott was a working man today.
there he is.
Doesn't he look like a working man?
Can you hear?
Are you in the car, Scott? Yes,
He can't hear.
he's in Bellingham. Look at that. He even filled, see, that's how he took care of it.
Oh,
He put
good.
in his Zoom name, he put his location.
And who does Scott Diamond belong to?
Oh.
He belongs to himself, I'm afraid.
So Ryan, do you need an introduction to Scott?
No.
Ryan and Ken?
How about Ken?
Yeah, I don't know Scott.
Well, he's Betsy.
He's frozen right now.
Yeah, he seems to not be talking.
Oh, oh, we're all in different spots, so I think that's where he is on my screen.
Betsy's son.
Are you alive, Scott?
Can you hear?
Can't hear him.
He's gone. That picture was frozen.
Wendy looks frozen too.
Unless she can hold that pose for a long time.
Are you awake, Wendy?
I've never seen either of them be so still.
Yeah, they're not really that type. I'm gonna go get my kids since I think we're gonna be the first to
Oh, that would be
do our little bit.
if you're
Yep.
willing to do that. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, Ken, your children are all grown up.
I have two. I have Jake, who we were talking about in the Marines,
Yeah.
and my daughter Elena just turned 26 a couple of days ago.
She did? 26.
She had, keyword had, the coolest job in the world. She was a shark trainer.
Yeah.
And
A shark trainer.
a shark trainer.
Trainer.
She would swim with these big 200-pound stingrays with 6-foot spans that would just come up and hug her. And there was a 9-foot nurse shark named Triton that she would work with and train to come up and sit in her lap. It would swim up.
Oh, my goodness.
Guests could reach in and pet the shark without getting her hand bit off. And that's what she did until SeaWorld cut 2,000 people off. And my daughter is one of them. So if anyone knows of a shark trainer job, that would be nice. She's, we moved her home. She was in Florida. We moved her home. She is working part-time now, several jobs, making ends meet. She has her own place. She has the nicest boyfriend. Oh my God, did she get lucky on this one?
So good.
And screw this one up. And she is trying to get in at some local zoos and some areas around that. I mean, any kind of animal she could work with. She's been
Doesn't that sound like a cool job?
Scotland and England and worked in Central America and just all over the place. So she could do anything like that.
Cool.
All right. So anyway, Adrian, it's your turn. Let's see, get your kids.
Well, this,
Okay, do we want to say hi to Ron real quick, though?
They're on.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, welcome to the party. So glad you could be here with us.
Here.
Ron's here? Hey, Ron.
That's my brother.
You had some trouble at the dentist, I think.
Looks like he survived. That's
Yes,
good.
You're here. That's
Wait.
wonderful. Thank you.
but I don't hear any sound.
Well, maybe he's not talking. Maybe his computer can't do sound. Is that what you said, Marco? There's a sound
It
problem?
looks like he's on his phone, so I don't know.
Okay, we
It
don't.
says connecting to audio. It's trying.
But give us some kind of a sign, Ron, if you need help, if you want us to do anything. We're going to go ahead and start the formal part of the program with Adrian's family, otherwise known sometimes as the Hayes family.
So, let's see. Kyle's not here. He's downstairs working. So I'll just show you a picture of him. I don't know if it's very clear, but that's him. You can just pretend. So we have two daughters. Savannah's 12 and Evelyn is 9. And they're great sisters. They love playing together. Right now they're playing video games with a friend while social distancing in the garage. So that's what they've been up to. Do you want to say anything?
No, she doesn't want to.
Savannah, I just have to brag a little bit. She's great at origami, and she has a very artisan knack to her. So she's great at making things, and she loves to read. And Evelyn, can I talk about you? Yeah. She's kind of the inventor type. So she loves taking things and recombining them in new ways, and it's really fun to watch.
All right.
So, thank you. Anyone want to interview them? Like, do you have any specific questions before they leave?
What do they want to do when they grow up?
Or as an alternative, Uncle Keith wants to know if they have anything they want to talk about Christmas, like what they like about Christmas, what they don't like about Christmas, or just like even one Christmassy kind of a present to give to
They like the presents, they hate having-
something, a present in terms of like something about you connected with the holidays. Anything like a food or like what is Christmas, a Christmas poem?
Okay, come a little closer and just say one thing.
I like eggnog.
Okay,
Eggnog.
fair enough. Eggnog it is.
I
Do you like it warm or colder? Do you like cold eggnog, the classic way?
I like it either way.
I'm sorry?
I don't care if it's warm or cold.
You don't care what temperature it is? Okay, is there a special time you like to drink it or you drink it all the time?
Not specifically a time.
Okay.
The question
guess
is, has she ever had Laura's famous homemade eggnog? But store-bought
You know,
eggnog.
I think
We had it last year.
they've had it. Yeah,
They're quite different though of it.
yeah, they are.
Evelyn, what about you? Could you think of one Christmas thing that like either decorating the tree or getting the tree, or is there anything that you like about Christmas? That's like the most, like the cream at the top of it?
I like counting the presents to see how many there are.
Did you hear that? Counting presents.
Counting
Count-
presents.
Counting the presents like in Christmas morning, you mean, before you open them?
I don't know, just when there's new ones.
Presents are fun.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, Adrian, what about you?
In terms of Christmas,
Yeah, just why not? Something.
I love lights and I love the experience of going to hunt down the tree every year. That's probably my favorite part of the whole season.
Mhm.
My birthday is December 6th and it kind of starts the Christmas season and it feels like just very festive. And I like the whole dark and cold contrast with cozy and warm.
Where do you live, Adrian?
I live in Portland. We live kind of like not inner city, but before the suburbs in Southwest Portland. And we've been here since 2003, so 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to UC Santa Cruz and then I ended up moving up here with my sister and I met Kyle, my husband, and that's it. I'm a physical therapist. I work part-time at Shriners Hospital, which is just a short drive from my house. And I work in their motion lab doing gait analysis on kiddos. So we see kids with cerebral palsy, various rotations, and I've always loved body stuff. I was drawn to it really early on. And I'd say body stuff and spirituality are kind of like and wellness. It's kind of my bag. Yep. So in addition to working there and being a mom, I also study gyrotonic movement system and myofascial release. So, and nutrition and food. And I think it'd be fun if people share what they're excited about for 2021. And I'd say for myself, definitely this period of kind of reparations. That's kind of how I see it with the totality of America. I'm excited about our next kind of the healing process. And I'm excited about regenerative agriculture, which is basically repairing our soil so we can have good food again and good air and all that stuff. So that's kind of me in a nutshell.
All right.
Thank you. Should we ask if there's any questions before we move on to family number 2?
You still ride your bicycle a lot?
You know, there's a great hill, and I do love hills, and between my house and where I work at Shriners, and it's my dream to get to bike it every the days that I work, but I haven't had the guts yet. I biked a lot, and then I got a car, and unfortunately, I'm very human, and I have a hard time taking the bike instead of the car.
You did once ride your bicycle from San Francisco to Washington, D.C. So that's maybe one historic thing people think of.
Something
did.
family members like to brag about that for sure, especially mothers. It's like, oh, do you know what my daughter did?
Yeah, the summer after high school, I did that with a group.
Not what I could, but I can't get it out. There's too much mold in there.
Yes, and it was before it was like more common. I mean, I've heard about it more since then, but in that time when you did it, I really had never heard of anybody doing it. Maybe it was just me being sheltered, but I really thought it was very over the top special.
In my older age, the whole car bike thing is not my favorite. So I have to figure out how to navigate that.
Yeah, well, you had some run-ins, right? Literal run-ins with that too. The danger.
I've been very fortunate. I've never had anything serious.
No, but I'm saying it wasn't serious, but it was still an accident on your trip, right?
It did not involve a car.
Right. Right. No, but it's just the whole nature of the dangers of it too. But it didn't involve a car.
Yes.
Okay.
Things worth doing are often risky, right? To a certain degree.
Getting out of bed every day can be risky.
What can be?
Getting out of bed.
Getting out of bed can be risky.
Okay. I think we're on to the Junie family. And
Yes.
the youngest in the family. That would be Ryu. You're next in the bigger Argelander family in age. First it was, well, of the ones who are present, it was Evelyn, and now it's up to you, being 10 years old. Do you have anything about Christmas that you could share with us?
I mean, I think the best thing about Christmas
Come on, it's the present.
is snow.
No?
Snow. Definitely snow.
Wow.
No.
No?
No.
Snow.
You always get snow on
No.
Christmas?
I'm looking for snow also.
Yes, snow is lovely. Maybe it will come in January.
So
That's what I
Ryu,
heard. Helena.
Ryu, if there's no snow, what's next?
Cookies. No. Cookies. 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 Oh, eggnog.
Oh, wow.
Eggnog.
Oh my goodness. This is quite surprising to me.
Yeah, I don't think of kids liking eggnog.
Did you hear Evelyn already, or you didn't hear what she said? No?
So he came up with it on his own.
Spontaneous. That makes it all the more fun.
So Ken, do you have snow?
Wait, right now we're still in the process of the juniors.
Oh.
And I also have a 12-year-old daughter, Helena. Helena, would you introduce yourself?
There she is.
Trying to read a book and I'm being forced to say hello.
Thank you for that. So Uncle Keith would like everybody to say at least one thing about Christmas. I mean, he has a bunch of things, but if I will be happy with one Christmas thing.
I said cookies.
Oh,
Cookies. Do you remember your first Christmas, Helena?
No.
Oh,
wait,
let's see.
Kind of, because I broke off the body of a Santa bauble and we still have the decapitated head hanging on our tree right now. I can try and find it. I'm gonna go and try and find it.
That's good.
I think
They've got a job now. Well, they may come back with just the head of Santa.
Hey, Scott, you're back again.
there's Scott.
But
Oh, there it is.
I have to say, I really like candles myself. I like candlelight, and honestly,
second that notion.
I use it candlelight as much as possible all through the dark season. So not just on Christmas, but Christmas has a special
Careful.
feeling to me.
No.
And I am in Portland, Oregon as well, with about 20-minute drive to my sisters and about 40 minutes from Grandma Alice and my mom. And my brother lives in Eugene, about an hour south, 2 hours south of here.
An hour and a half.
So our whole family has moved up here, and it's one of the amazing things to be able to be so close to them. And unfortunately, we don't see each other as much during this time due to COVID, but it's actually as easy to Zoom with everybody now as to see my family that lives close by. I'm a massage therapist. I have been a massage therapist for 20 years. I also have been a puppeteer. That's how I met my husband, who is also a puppeteer. And
He's
he's,
not going to say anything he likes about Christmas.
no, he's not going to say anything he likes about Christmas.
That's nothing about Christmas.
But I think he's napping at the moment.
He's awake.
And let me see. I specialized also in myofascial release. My sister and I did training together, which is also an amazing gift that I've had in my life to be able to share that with my sister. And at this point, I have not gone back to work in the last 7 months.
Looking at presents.
I'm in the middle of sharing.
I didn't know that. That you're
What's that, Grandma?
You haven't been working for 7 months?
That's right. Yeah, I haven't been working since April, or I guess that's closing in on a year almost.
Oh, my.
Actually, you're right. I did some work that was not massage. I did some work that was not massage therapy for a few months, just to help out the spa that I had been working for.
Everybody quiet, Mom's sharing.
Thank you.
I'm her husband.
He's not laughing.
And any rate, but so that's been really interesting to be able to focus all my time and attention on homeschooling my kids and maintaining my house and letting go of my 20-year-old career. But at the same time, it's been pretty special, and I'm having a beautiful day. So that's
Me and my dad went out and got pudding.
And yes, we have lots of Christmas treats, and even though we won't be with family, we are set up to have a wonderful Christmas.
Oh.
You guys have any last words?
No.
I think that's our intro.
Yeah, so who's next in age?
I think it's Catherine and Jefferson. Jefferson, hello.
I think
Hello.
it's actually him.
It is me.
Right.
Sorry, I was stuck on the ferry for the last hour and a half. So
It's that frame.
Is
little
that
picture.
Jefferson?
It's hard
Yep.
to see you.
Oh, you got a hat on and I didn't recognize you. Oh, look at.
It's very fitting with the snowy background.
Are you both at home?
we are.
You are.
Yeah.
But your mama's in the house?
She's also waiting for the ferry. Apparently the lines are very, very long today.
Everybody's waiting for the ferry?
Yep.
JT spent an hour and a half in line.
Oh, my.
Oh. So people
Yeah.
are all wanting to go to Guimas. Nobody wants to leave Guimas.
Yeah, there were 2 cars in line to leave.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Anyway, so yes, I am Jefferson. I'm the son of Tom, and who was the son of Bob, who was the son of Frank, I believe.
No.
No?
Tom was the son of Ruth, who was the son of Frank. Wait, there are 2 Franks. Never mind. I don't know what
Many
I'm talking about.
Franks. Anyway, that is me. I am 18 years old, and I am an EMT, and I'm currently still going to school, so I am only volunteering as an EMT as opposed to having a full-time job as an EMT. And I think that what else? Oh yeah, what I like about Christmas, I really like family coming together and spending time together, and playing games with everyone. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite game right now that you like to play?
I've been really enjoying playing spades with Catherine and our respective significant others. So
We played a game with like 8 hands, and only then did we make it to 500. After like the first 4 rounds, we were back at 0. It was quite a lot of going backwards. So
Is it a pretty even match when you guys play?
yeah, and we trade partners quite a bit. So
yeah, we rotate around.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of being an EMT, I have an obligation actually right about now, so I should go. I'm helping out with a Christmas parade. So
Well, good to see you.
yeah, I thought I'd drop in.
What does EMT stand for?
Is it snowing?
Emergency medical technician.
Oh.
It is not snowing where we are, but it was snowing where we were yesterday, I think. Yeah, we were up at Mount Baker yesterday.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Plenty cold. Plenty cold.
Bye, everyone.
Hi,
Bye,
good to see you. Yeah. So we
But Donnie's only 18 because he's so tall. He looks and he's out of high school, so
I've never met him.
great.
All right. Well, I think I'm next.
Yeah.
I'm going to the University of Washington for mechanical engineering, but all of my classes are online right now. So I'm back living on Guaymas with Jefferson and my mom and our dog and cat. So there's that. I'm part of a rocket club, and I work on the recovery systems, so the parachutes and how they get deployed, which I really enjoy. Also in the warmer months, I like to go sailing, but it's awfully cold for that right now. So yeah. Oh, and then my favorite thing about Christmas is that we get a huge tree. So let's see here.
Oh, the tree, the super tall
Yeah.
tree, taller than anybody else in your school. Is that the
Yeah.
I heard?
Here, let's see. Closing that and switching the camera.
That you live in a forest full of them.
There. So there's the tree. And the top there is 2.5 stories, and it's actually touching the ceiling.
Wow.
And Catherine and JT live on Guaymas, which is an island, which is why they have to take a ferry there.
Yes. Yes.
So how many feet tall is that tree, Catherine?
I think we measured it at like 24 or 25 feet.
Whoa. How do
Uh,
you
Get it?
before
Decorate
it?
that. How do you decorate that?
Oh, okay, I'll go back out there.
Senora.
So on the opposite side of our living room, there is a banister, and at the top of that staircase, we put a ladder, and we push the tree across the living room so that the ladder can reach the top.
That sounds like such an amazing feat just to get it in your house.
Oh, yes, yes. I think it's the part that JT dislikes the most about Christmas.
How many years have you been doing that?
As long as I can remember.
Oh.
I don't know when it started, but we moved into this house when I was 3. And so we've had the house to do it since then, so.
Right.
They've been doing it since then.
Got it. How fun.
Wow.
Must have a lot of decorations to be able to decorate it to that big.
There's Catherine.
Well,
No,
welcome, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So we're doing our more formal part of the program right now. And Catherine is just talking about Christmas and the giant tree. That's their tradition. Anything else about Christmas, Catherine, that's special to you?
I just really like the tree. I like the snow too, but that doesn't usually come till January or February. And Jack, our dog, also really, really likes the snow.
Oh,
Being in Malamute and seeing him play in the snow is really fun.
Nobody says that they like the presents.
Do you like the presents, Betsy?
I like the presents. People who are honest say they like the presents.
All right, well, if we're gonna move along, I guess Scott, you would be next, right?
Yeah, Heather.
Sure.
Make it.
Kurt, I can be next. That's fine. I am Scott Diamond. I wrote my name on this piece of paper
Could you
to
move
prove that
a little
everyone, this is my
closer?
name.
Could you put it closer to this camera? There you go.
Oh, good.
All right.
Everybody else's is not bad.
I live in Bellingham, Washington. So if you think of where Catherine is, I'm even farther north. So it's great. If you walk in the wrong direction for about 10 minutes, you'll end up in Canada, which is pretty cool. That's my redeeming quality about this place. What are we sharing about? Are the favorite things about Christmas or
Well,
some?
start with general things about yourself, what you've done.
Oh,
You know,
I am a kitchen and bath designer for a local company. It's a small little group. We're actually moving locations and rebranding our name. So I design kitchens and bathrooms, and I've been doing that basically since college, and it's been a great hoot of fun. Wanted to do more architecture, but then I was like, math is hard, designing is fun, colors are cool. So kind of jumped onto that bandwagon and decided I didn't like California. That's where I grew up because they only have one season and it's sunny. And I wanted more out of weather. I wanted to wear sweatshirts apparently. So I moved north and I'm here and it has snowed, which is fun. So we actually got our first bit of snow come Monday. It was unexpected. It was on none of the weather reports, and we got a little sprinkle of snow, about an inch or two, and it's been great. So
white, I saw that.
everything is white. Well, not anymore. It's all wet and cold now, but so. I think the next thing was Christmas things.
right.
I think that was.
If you would like to do that, apparently, my brother would love to hear about, early Christmas memories. He would like you to do a deep dive into Christmas if you wanted to. It's an invitation.
I think that to me, what I miss with this Christmas being a thing and just in general is I miss the large gathering of the family. I miss the 20 plus stockings hanging over the fireplace, the waking up Christmas morning and there being more presents in the room than there was room for people to sit in the room. I miss, that expanse of people and just the communication and the talking that people would have, that breakfast rolled into lunch, which rolled into dinner, and you're like, is this breakfast or dinner? And no, it's 3 o'clock, so it's food time. I miss that. I
Eating.
just you don't get that anymore, and so that's kind of. I wish we could find a way to get those back up and swinging, but people have spread out so much nowadays that it's really hard to group people into a single unit. So, but I enjoy, I guess, Christmas favorite ongoing annual rituals.
You like the eggnog too.
I do like eggnog. I actually really miss Laura when you made homemade eggnog for the Christmas celebration. I miss that. The store stuff is just not the same. It's not, getting warm eggnog is just unique, and getting it out of a carton is just not the same. So,
Thank you, Scott.
but
Girlfriend? Don't you have a girlfriend, Scott?
I do. She's currently on the phone sitting. Okay. So welcome to my living room. This is a corner of my living room. I got. Let's see if I can spin this. So I got a bunch of computers, TVs, and such.
Electronics.
Electronics.
Enough electronics.
Bunch of
Holy cow.
electronics. It's our little gaming center. I live with 2 roommates, so their computers are down here too. Sophie's currently on the phone with her mother, I think. They're talking about plans for tomorrow. So yeah, so I have a girlfriend. We've been dating for 4 years now,
And she's wonderful.
and she's fantastic. She's great. Her name is Sophie Courtlever. She's local from the area. She's always lived up and around the Bellingham, Ferndale, Linden area that I'm in. And I'm saying your name, am I?
Is she interested in saying just hi to us? Because That would be fun if she wanted to.
Sophie, they would like you to walk in the frame and wave your face.
Just say
She is
one-
extremely
wave
shy
your
and she will
face.
not.
One Christmas thing, a Christmas thought, memory, food.
What's your favorite food? Can you at least tell them Christmas food?
Oh, thank you.
Hi,
Hi,
Sophie.
Sophie.
What's your favorite Christmas
Good
food?
to see you.
I like chocolate.
She likes chocolate. Fair enough. I mean, if you're not having chocolate during Christmas, when are you having chocolate?
Answer.
It's all the time. But
Make a note. She likes chocolate.
so chocolate. Sophie will now be known as chocolate. Forever chocolate. That's just how it works. So
Say hi to
that's
the new people, Mom.
a little bit of me, and well, I guess we'll move on from there.
Thank you, Scott. It's kind of fun that when somebody comes and goes, that all the little squares move around. And then I don't know if it happens to everybody, but I'm going, is it the same people rearranged or is, I don't know, really. It's a little disorienting, but anyway, you all look different than you did a minute ago. Cindy looks different. Okay, so I don't have the list in.
She does look different. She looks like a.
But Ryan, I didn't put you in the list because, how old are you, Ryan?
32.
Is there anybody here who's younger than 32? How old are you, Scott? You're not quite 30, right? You're 29.
Hey, this isn't fair. I'm going to be the last one next to Alice.
Wait a second, don't you know where Billy is?
I'm 29. I got 6 more months until I'm 30.
He's not here. I mean, he's asleep on the couch, but I was going to try to wake him up for this. He's really, really interested in this, but he's just listening from afar. Some people like to do it surreptitiously, be here, but not be visible. All right, anyway, I think that Ryan is next. If you would go next, Ryan.
Sure. So, and Laura, you'll have to refresh my memory. What are the topics?
Oh, topics.
Inviting-
If you just are open to people asking questions, but just, you are talking to a lot of people who don't know much about you, so you could just give a really quick sketch.
You live so far away.
Yes, sketch of whatever you think you want to share of your life up till now. Don't be afraid to tell us things we already know.
Sure. So made my sign. I live in Washington, D.C. My grandparents were Ed, who passed a few years ago, and Erica, who is still with us, but not in the best of health. She still lives in the Los Angeles area. And my mom is Rose, and she's in northern San Diego. This is the first Christmas I have not spent any time with her. So this is just like it is for so many people, strange year, but making the best of it. And most importantly, I've been safe and healthy, and everyone in my immediate family has been as well. So I think that's certainly something I'm grateful for and something that I'm celebrating right now. In terms of the new year, I think the thing that I'm most grateful for is the fact that it looks like we have a promising vaccine that could hopefully turn the tide on this if we can hopefully get the public to trust it and get the doses out. I'm hoping that will be a game changer for us this year. We've suffered so much as a world, and unnecessarily so, in my opinion. And this is it's just very promising to me. And I really hope that hope in the future we can take science more seriously. And it's been frustrating to me how politicized this has become when people are dying. So I'm very grateful for that. That I think is a huge Christmas blessing. A little bit about me. I work in the federal government. I work for the U.S. government's Development Finance Bank. I travel as much as I possibly can. Those of you who see me on Facebook, I try to post
all the time.
try to post pictures on there of places I'm going. I'm a member of the Washington National Cathedral Episcopal Church here in DC, And in my free time, I do volunteer work for an organization called Angels of Addiction. It's based in Baltimore, which is about 35 miles north of DC. Baltimore is one of the epicenters in America of the opiate crisis. It is a city that has just been ravaged by opiates and heroin over the past 15, 20 years. It's a really dire situation up there, but there's a lot of good people who are making a difference. And I got connected with a woman who runs a wonderful organization. She's a fearless person on the streets, and I've found a lot of fulfillment working with her, helping out people. And then so for around Christmas time, her big thing is she makes sure that every kid that she knows, kids of people who are either in addiction or parents who are in recovery. Her thing is she wants the kids to have a great Christmas. So she utilizes her network of people and to make sure that every kid has everything on their Christmas list. And what is so great is it's not just a generic, here's a GI Joe for a boy or here's a doll for a girl. She makes sure that every kid gets exactly what they're looking for and has a special moment. And these are, it's very humbling. I mean, I'll go with her to motels and to deliver the presents, and we see kids who haven't eaten all day. They haven't eaten in a couple days, and there's some really dire situations out there. There's a lot of hurt and a lot of struggling going on, and it's a little something, right? It doesn't change their circumstances completely, but it puts some smiles on some people's faces, and it's very, very, very humbling and very fulfilling, and certainly makes me feel grateful that I have never struggled with the disease of addiction, and it's something I've learned a tremendous amount about getting involved in doing this work. So that's me.
Well, good.
And it's really good to see everybody. I know for a lot of folks on this call, I haven't seen in a really long time. I remember everyone, of course, but it's just very good to see everyone. And I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate that. I just think about, because I don't know you very well, but I know I had some wonderful conversations with your grandpa, and I know what a person he was in terms of his interest in the world situation. And I think about how important it was for him to be of service. And I just think about the way that I feel him coming through you, really. I mean, when you think about traveling and they think about how your grandpa liked to travel so much, I imagine there's other people who like to travel too. But I know I feel his spirit somehow in you.
Well, that's an enormous compliment, and I thank you so much for that. He was certainly the person who inspired me most in life, and I appreciate that a lot. He inspired me to do so many things that he inspired me a lot in life, and I miss him.
He was amazing. He definitely was. He was
still hard to talk about after several years. Still hard. I miss him a lot.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Okay, now.
I'm going to have to dial off, but I just want to again wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and
right, Ryan. Thank you so much
to see you.
Thank you for inviting me. And Ann Alice, it was such a joy to talk to you on the phone last month, and it's great to see you face to face tonight.
Okay, well, tell your mom that we missed her. I know I'll be in touch with her as well, but I know that she had a terrible fall and she probably didn't want to come up in bad shape.
She had a black and blue eye.
Yeah, well, she had.
Yeah, her eyes a little messy, but and Omi, Erica, I call her Omi. She says hello to everyone. I talked to her right before I hopped on this call, so
bye.
She says Merry Christmas to everybody.
All right, bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Okay, now.
All right, where are we? Good question.
And just, I'm gonna have to go too. Our family's moving into our next stage of the evening, and
okay, well, thank you all the people who came early. You can always catch us on the rerun.
yes, recording, right?
Yes, we're recording this. That's right. So for posterity. Thank you so much, Adrian. Right.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I love you.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, so I'm not really sure now whether we're going to what we have. Linda, hello, Linda, are you there? I couldn't remember between Linda and Cindy. Are you guys?
I am indeed here, but I'm in the car in line at the ferry dock. Apparently, many other people went to town today too, so
Okay.
I'm well delayed.
Well, we'll skip you for now. So Cindy, would you go next?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Cindy.
Okay, what am I supposed to be talking about first? Memories of Christmas.
Everybody, as if nobody knows who you are.
I know. I miss playing games with family. That's what I remember our family Christmases about. When I married my husband, they don't play games. So I don't play games anymore, and I really do miss that. And it's very sad.
Invite us over, we'll play games. You need to invite us over, Cindy. We'll come play games.
Okay.
From Washington to Arizona?
You're more than welcome anytime. April 1st of 2018, my husband and I permanently moved to Arizona. We live in a humongous house, open to anybody to come visit. We love to have visitors, and unfortunately right now, I know people aren't supposed to be traveling, but whenever things open back up, we have plenty of room for people to come visit. I don't know if we can see that. I don't know where the camera is. That is my husband and my 2 dogs. And that is taken less than 5 minutes from my house. I live right along the Colorado River. So in the summer, I spend my time out in the sun, enjoying the beautiful sunshine. I love the heat. Give me 110 and I'm happy. I know I'm crazy, but I love the heat. And in the wintertime, we take our razor out and go out and explore in the desert. So what else? What else am I supposed to be saying?
What do you like about Christmas?
What I like about Christmas, I enjoy that now I have the time to put back up the lights. For years, going back and forth between California and Arizona, I did not spend the time decorating. We have spent many, many hours this year decorating the front yard, decorating the house. I have a backyard that people get to view because I live on a man-made lake. So we decorated our boat, our backyard. So yes, we've spent many, many hours decorating the house and the yard, and I very much enjoyed that. And no, the presents are not it for me, Betsy, honestly.
Do you have any special Christmas food, Cindy, that you like?
And do you like eggnog?
Special Christmas food. I don't really associate anything specially with Christmas. And, you know, it's sad. I mean, I know my mom was known for this Butler Pie Company recipe, but I don't have recipes.
Right.
I have a crust recipe, but I really don't have pies. And you would think that she would have written down recipes somewhere, but I don't have them.
I don't know. She was just such a creative person. I don't know that she had a lot of recipes. She seemed
Well, and I kind of fall into that because when I make something new, I never even follow the recipe. I always change it.
That's what she told me. I remember when we tried to gather information for the cookbook, it was just like, well, you know, I always said that, you know, if you enjoy it, that's good because it'll never be the same again.
Oh yeah, I'm forever telling my husband, I hope, you know, if you like this, sorry, because you're never getting it again because I can't remake it.
That's right. That's right. So she didn't usually make you any special Christmas dinner or something like that?
No, if she did, I really don't have any memory of any special food associated with Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
And no ongoing tradition of anything special that we used to do. So no.
Okay. Well, we don't all have the same Christmas. Ken, I don't know how old you are, Ken. I'm sorry if I was going to go in order of age. How old are you, Ken?
I am going to be 62 next month.
Okay, and Cindy, you're 50 something, right?
Oh gosh, I am 55.
55.
And yes, I retired a year and a half ago. Woohoo!
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Is there anybody between the ages of 55 and 62? Am I skipping somebody? Oh, Linda.
Yes, you're skipping me.
I'm skipping who? Oh, Wendy.
Me?
Sister.
I'm skipping Wendy. Okay. All right. So Wendy, you want to go next?
Sure. First of all, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just hadn't been clear. Just to let you know, I do have a kind of a weak signal. So if I disappear, I'll come back. I mean, it usually just kicks right back in, but just in case that happens. So first of all, Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's see, let's just start with what do I love about Christmas? Gosh, there's so many things. I really love decorating the tree. I think people, I like decorating the mantle. I like decorating the tree. I love the lights. I like the lights all over the city. And right now, even before Christmas began, the lighting was really stepped up, was my sense of it.
Yeah, wow.
And I love the family coming together. It's very complicated. We have always tended to bring a large group together. And it's kind of like going to an amusement park where there's a whole lot of trying to negotiate where are you going and how are you getting there. And there's just a lot of needing to work together. But that sense of family community, there's just nothing like it. As I'm being with you guys, I just am so grateful. What an incredible, wonderful family I have. And I love all of you so much. I just feel so privileged to be a part of this family and this dynasty, really. I brought my goodie. I just want you to know. My favorite treat about Christmas, although it's not always there, because Laura used to make fudge, but she doesn't. But here's what I love right here. And I did end up getting this nice homemade, well, we can think it's homemade fudge because I went to the Grotto. The Grotto is a Catholic monastery. It's been there since I think the teens, like right around the turn of the century. It's really a lovely and magical place. And I went there like last week, I think on my day off. And I went to the gift store and I got some fudge. And my mom wanted to eat it right away, but I'm saving it for Christmas Day. The other treat that I thought I would share, I love chocolate too. The other treat that I really love is this hard candy that's coffee and chocolate. And I don't know what country it's called, Copico. It's given to me at work by a man who's from the Netherlands. So he keeps it in his pocket, kind of like a treat. And when he sees me, he gives it to me. And I really love that. I work at Amazon right now. I was driving a school bus in a small community where I live, which is Lake Oswego. And when the pandemic, when the virus began, it actually, I think maybe we were the first place in Oregon, was it? I think we might have been the first place in Oregon. There was a man, or there was somebody from Beaverton who worked in one of the schools, elementary schools, and he contracted the virus. So all the schools were shut down. And of course, there was no need for bus drivers. And I went online immediately. And I got picked up by Amazon, and I've been there ever since. And I have ongoing Amazon stories that I share with my family. I work in this humongous, packing plant, literally. And it's very, very loud. And there's just a sea of people, and you don't have an assigned spot. So it's kind of different every day. I've stuck around long enough and put my hand up long enough that I do know about 6 positions. I just learned a new position yesterday. And that makes it more interesting for me. I have benefited a lot from the physical exercise. It's challenging. I am 60. So being on your feet, because you're not really ever supposed to sit down for 11 hours. Sometimes working without stopping, for most of that time. And sometimes just standing there. Honestly, you just don't know what's going to happen. And they're both a little torturous. So that's kind of my life right now. I work a lot, and what time I do have, other than that, I like to spend with my mom, and I just really enjoy the fact that I get to be close to my sister Laura and see her and be a part of her life, and she's a part of mine. I live in a women's home, a community home, for women who have committed themselves to being sober. Sometimes it works for people, sometimes it doesn't. I've been here for 2 years. I like to call myself maybe a director in training. That sort of helps explain what I'm doing here. But I actually have a lovely, lovely room, and it's extremely luxurious. I could never afford it myself. I think you can see our beautiful tree as well. And this is the meeting room, and it's almost always available. So let's see. What I love about Christmas, I've talked a lot about it, but I too really love the playing games. I like playing games anyways. Mom and I have been trying to do that. We've done it a lot over the years. I mean, a lot. We have close friends that know us as game players, and they come over and they expect to play. So that's I love doing that with my family. And also I really love doing puzzles with the family. Like as soon as the season came, I said, we got to get a puzzle out. And so I've been working on that puzzle. And maybe I'll get it done on Christmas Day. I love the stockings. I love hanging the stockings. I don't know if everybody knows, but we, as our family tradition, use actual socks from our sock drawer.
I was wondering if other family did that, because I don't know where they came from.
We did that. We did that.
Did you?
Mhm.
So we have, as a tradition, gone from youngest to oldest, each one hanging up the sock, and then we take a family picture. And that whole little time together, sort of pre-Christmas, that's way up there in my favorite time. And then I like the fact that we'll have Jell-O. My sister makes that raspberry Jell-O, and with the cream cheese, and the raspberry. Honestly, I think that's my favorite Christmas food. And we have pie for breakfast. These are the things I love. And I am really glad that my sister's up in Anacortes. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I went to high school there. So I was living there from the years of like 14 to 18, somewhere in there. And so I have a very nostalgic feeling for that beautiful place. I love it that I have family there. And if I could do anything I wanted in the world, I would travel. And I'm really glad we get to see Ryan's trips, because it's a vicarious thrill. And you too, you Argelanders, you Jennifer and Margot, I really love it that you travel for it. So thanks so much, you guys. Oh, I also am a member of a wonderful church. If I could do anything, I I would go to like 7 churches every Sunday. I get something from many, many different spiritual paths. But I am a member of the United Church of Christ, and Mom kind of led us in that direction. And I feel extremely at home there. Really, really wonderful. So we've been doing Zoom Sundays. I've had to work on Sundays, but we'll go back to doing our Zoom churches, and it's been great. So I love this season. It's a season of hope and rebirth, and I'm happy. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Okay, Ken, are you ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Ken, son of Helen. I was born and raised in Northeast Ohio, Cleveland area. The one memory I have from Christmas growing up, we would always have Aunt Laura, because she was out here, and Aunt Georgian and Uncle Howard. Those are a lot of names maybe some of you don't know. Uncle Howard was Claire's stepbrother, and Laura, well, we all know Laura. And then my Aunt Charlotte Schleiman. I don't know, do you know Aunt Charlotte or of Aunt Charlotte, Aunt Alice?
Oh, yes, sure.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Another time, I've got a lot of her artwork that I want to share with you.
Oh, artwork.
Spectacular stuff.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
We would get up and we'd come running down. We want to have Christmas, but we had to wait until all the relatives showed up and had breakfast, and they wouldn't come till like 8:30. And then we would have breakfast, and all us kids would be in tears and staring. So they finally broke down and let us have one gift before the adults had breakfast, and then we'd come and we'd do our Christmas. It was very torturous youth, and I've been traumatized ever since.
You have not, I'm guessing you didn't pass that tradition on to your kids.
No. We actually, 3 very short things. We have our Christmas at 4 a.m. We've had it ever since.
When did that start?
One year the kids woke us up at 4, and it was so much fun. Every
4
year,
a.m.
4 a.m., the alarms go off and everybody jumps up and
I've
we
never
start a
heard of
fire in
this
the
before.
fireplace,
This is
and we
interesting.
have Christmas. And our Christmas lasts probably 3-4 hours.
Wow, seriously, though, you have alarms that go off? You don't wait for people just to spontaneously wake up? You have alarms?
No, everybody is up, and
Wow.
that we get Bailey's in the coffee in the morning with whipped cream. We have at it, and then about 8 o'clock or so, and the sun is up, we all have a breakfast, and then we all take naps until the afternoon. But yeah, we do Christmas at 4.
Wow.
My wife of 29 years is Slovak. Her whole side of the family, they do everything Christmas Eve, which was really nice. We never had a conflict. We do Christmas Eve there and then Christmas on our side. So the big thing that we do tradition-wise is we have a very Slovak Christmas Eve dinner.
What does that mean? Could you be specific about what?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
It's a very poor, humble, non-meat thing. So, and it's meant to teach you to be humble. So we have mushroom sauerkraut soup, which, believe me, after 30 years of having that, I finally got an acquired taste for it. We'd make homemade pierogi with the potato and cheese stuffing. And
Those are yummy, aren't they?
those are yummy. We make nut rolls, kolaches, big, huge.
Oh, yeah. That sounds really good.
And we save the dough and we make what's called babolki, which is the sweet yeast rolled dough rolled in poppy seed.
So you're making that for days beforehand, aren't you?
We're making that all days beforehand. Absolutely correct. And the baking, we do the long nut roll kolaches. I mean, they're probably this long and probably around.
So have you done all that for the Christmas Eve already?
Right. We did that. We did some baking. We bake a bunch of cookies and then we make little mini kolaches with a flaky dough that we put raspberry or apricot fillings in or cherry fillings in. And we bake little sweet pastries. And we probably make, I don't know, 10 or 11 different types of cookies.
Whoa, wow.
To crunchers, to thumbprints, to bird's nest, to just, it's baking all over the place.
Wow.
And so we have all that stuff laid out, and that's our Christmas Eve. When we, as I said earlier, we had our Christmas back on November 22nd. We didn't bake nearly as much, and we did the some of the cookies there. I just got nut rolls in the mail to certain family members and so forth, who expect them every year. And so they went out in the mail. So we held off baking a lot of those things until just recently. And so there's no meat on Christmas Eve. And then my family we're a prime rib family. And so we do prime rib roast every Christmas Day. And that's us.
Wow. Well, thank you.
And I think we've talked before. I am a software analyst. My wife is a teller at Chase Bank. We both got a few more years before we start winding down, and we live in Louisville, Kentucky. We have been living in Kentucky now for 20 years. This is a picture of my daughter, the shark trainer. And then this is my son in Cuba right now. So incredible. And actually George is down baking even more because we got invited to a neighbor's house for Christmas because we don't really have anything. So we got invited to a neighbor's for Christmas. So we were doing even more baking and more cooking in order to take stuff over for the festivities on Friday.
Wow. Are you going to set your alarm for 4 o'clock?
No, we get to sleep in because we already did the 4 a.m. there.
What day did you do that?
Exchanged gifts.
What day did you
have
for?
One, we do a gift to each other on Christmas Eve. It came from, some assembly required, and it's 1 a.m. and you're finally having a drink because the kids are all asleep and you're getting up soon and you want to share one gift with them. So we are going to do a small gift exchange Christmas Eve. We got a bottle of champagne and we just sit and kind of reminisce about stuff. It's a quiet evening.
Okay, so will your daughter be over for Christmas Day though?
No, she's actually, because we've already had the Christmas, she's going up to her boyfriend's family for Christmas.
Okay.
And we haven't had, I don't remember really the last time we had Christmas on Christmas.
Oh,
we're not the only ones.
Because she had just gotten promoted to shark trainer. So she had to work right around the holidays. So she couldn't come up for Christmas. So last year, our Christmas was January 5th or 6th, something like that.
Okay.
And before that, I've been doing software for about 7 years now. But before that, I cooked professionally. And so you are usually cooking on Thanksgiving and you're cooking on Christmas and you're always cooking on New Year's Eve. I don't know what it's like to have a holiday on the holiday. I've always said, home is wherever your family is. It's not a specific address. And the holiday is whatever day you decide to come together as a family and have it.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, that's wonderful. That's such a helpful perspective on Christmas. And thank you for sharing that. I think I could stay on asking you questions for a long time, but I think in fairness to keeping it moving, probably.
Yep. No, let's move on.
The next person. So, it was Linda, but I don't think Linda ever came back. So I think it's
Cousin Laura.
Yeah.
I have a class at 6:30. I just want to go next out of order.
No, you're right. I was going to have you go next anyway. You're not out of order.
And me after, I have to leave by 8 o'clock my time. So
you were already on the schedule.
Well, we're kind of doing it together, I think, because a lot of our same things, but she can repeat whatever. Anyway, my name is
Margo.
Thank you, Margo. That's lovely. Perfect. Thank you.
Is it backwards? I guess it's backwards.
No, it's not.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No,
Why
it's correct for us.
backwards?
No, it's
I guess it just
not
looks like
backwards. It
to
looks
me.
backwards to you. It's not backwards.
To me.
Because
My name is Margot Argelander Burdanis, and it's funny because I was at the chiropractor the other day. You had to put in your social security number and then the first letter of your last name. I put in an A, and I didn't know why it wouldn't come up. My last name is Burdanis now. So that, sometimes there's these throwback moments.
It happens when you get old.
Yes, I'm 67. I worked for 25 years for the city of Long Beach at the Harbor Department in their surveys and mapping as a cartographer. And then we went into geographical information systems, and I retired in 2009. And I had a husband for a while, and he died at 51 of pancreatic cancer, and I miss him a lot. I have a boyfriend now named Emilio, that somebody that was a friend of mine in high school.
Oh, wow.
So this is just kind of in a nutshell. And I have a little dog named Peanut, who I keep looking over and make sure she's okay. And she sometimes barks. And then I have a little cat named Nikita that lives outside in the yard. So that's sort of in my nutshell. Like I said, my father was Frank Argelander, was a minister and a missionary, and my mom too, Scotty. And the things that I remember about Christmas, and as I'm listening to other people, memories are coming back. So the thing that was most important to me, and I'm wondering whether Jennifer relates to some of this, is the family singing Christmas carols together. We would sing in sometimes 3 or 4 part harmony. We would, when my dad was at Wilmington, we would go to the church at night. It would be all lit and quiet, and we would just sit and sing Christmas carols. And of course, Keith will like this. We always had to listen to the Singest Man in Town together. And my dad would always sing Birthday of a King as a solo. That was very important.
So cool.
Yes, so I just listened to that a couple of days ago. I had a lot of fun as I was writing a few of my cards. But the things that I remember now about Christmas, number one is we liked making sugar cookies and decorating them, both with icing and with other kinds of decorations. And we had all the different kinds of, Christmas tree and Santa and all these different things, which I think a lot of those I still have, that we used to, cut the patterns. And so that was one thing. And I do like sugar cookies, and I do like eggnog.
Important.
And I also enjoy decorating the Christmas tree, getting out each little ornament that all has a special meaning, putting it on the tree. I like colored lights on the tree, and then you turn all the lights out and you just see the tree, and it is just so magical. And then sometimes I'll put on something like Mannheim Steamroller or something to listen to music and just stare at the tree. So that is what I like about Christmas and some of the stuff that we've done in the past. So I'm trying to think, is there anything I've left out?
Well, let me talk and then I'll have to go and you can add more.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Margot.
Yeah, so I'll see if Jennifer fills in stuff.
Okay, and if you have a chance to say hi to your brother later, just let him know we're glad that he came for that moment. We saw for 2 minutes, but maybe
But you're going to send him this, so the Zoom.
Sure, I will send this to everybody. Yes.
Jennifer?
Yes.
You fill in what I left out, whatever.
Well, I'm probably going to tell a whole different story because I left home at 17. Everyone left me alone in Wisconsin. So I don't have the same Christmas stories. And it's been a long time that I have celebrated a Christmas with anybody. So I spend Christmas alone with my animals. And I always have a tree and lots of lights and candles, and I play Celtic music. I also celebrate, I'm sort of a hostess for ceremonial celebrations of the season. So I just had a very beautiful winter solstice ceremony in my house with the only 4 people I could let in my house. And we had a fire going and candles, a Yule log lit with candles, and we had beautiful music, and we said prayers and had a lovely time. So that will be my Christmas. So I am all alone in Madison. My only friends I see are home with families, so that I'm going to be isolated. And I lost my dog this year, and I normally take my dog for a walk on Christmas morning. And I get to say Merry Christmas to people, but it's always so beautiful. Well, the wind is blowing and it's going to be below 0 today, tomorrow, and on Christmas Day. So I won't be out walking by myself. I'll probably be in the house. So, but I do have to tell you, like, probably my favorite memory of Christmas, and it has to do with Stingiest Man in Town. And Alice, it's when you sent the reel-to-reel tape with the Stingiest Man on Town, and we got it in Malacca, and we all sat around the tape recorder and we listened to it for the first time and fell so in love with it. It became a ritual that we always listened to it together. And of course, we'd all sing different parts, and you know, it was just wonderful. I have gotten mine out. I will listen to it tomorrow night by myself and enjoy it. So that was a meaningful one. That brought Christmas to us, like, you know, nothing else ever did. And I don't bake. Ken, it sounds like I need to be at your house for goodies. I'm going to be eating beef curry for leftovers for 2 days, because that's what I have to eat in my refrigerator. And I don't have any pies or cookies. So I'm so deprived. So, and I spent years working as a state bureaucrat in just about every field there is, from Medicaid to juvenile corrections to vital records to public health. So I appreciate issues that go on in government, and how do we make democracy work, and how do we talk to each other even though we have different views. And Ken, are you still there?
I'm still here, baby. You're looking good.
Well, we have worked out a way that we need to discuss our differing views, because at least if we can communicate, somebody is communicating, you know, across the tables. So it's a hard challenge in this day and age. Anyway.
It is. For those of you who don't know, Jeff is probably my favorite cousin, only because I don't know all of you that well. But we have what I would call slightly differing views, outlook on the world. And it's amazing how sometimes it's snarky, and sometimes it's legitimate, and sometimes it's just a nice, frank discussion about this and that. Someday I'm going to turn her into a capitalist.
I don't think so, but I'm going to turn him into a socialist. So we're working on this.
Probably not.
So
Jennifer taught me how to drink. That's
Oh my goodness.
oh my God,
was
that's
in
a horrible
college.
thing to say.
oh no, it's the best thing in the world.
And he has all of my liquor. He had to go run to liquor stores for me because they stopped making a certain thing, and I have to get down there to get, how many bottles do I have? 7?
You have 6, and what's her name?
Michelle?
And Michelle still owes me for that one.
Yeah. Okay. So
There's
as soon as
interest on that.
COVID's over, I'm coming.
Okay, baby.
So Margot, you said you had to
Add something about Christmas. I want to go back to Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things is that, and maybe Jennifer can comment here or not, but I do not remember ever having actually believed in Santa Claus.
Oh.
Because, you know, we were overseas. You know, Santa Claus doesn't really come to Malaysia.
There's no
But
chimneys.
we always knew what the idea behind Santa Claus and what that meant. And I don't know, maybe Jennifer can remember something different, and maybe we did remember, believe when before. My earliest memories are at 3. So, and I think it helped with Stingiest Man in Town, the song about yes, there is
Yes,
Santa
a
Claus,
Santa
and the concept behind what Santa Claus was. I mean, you know, we knew what fantasy was, and we knew what real was, and you know, we knew that we believed in fairies, but they were fantasy, and we knew that Santa Claus, you know, what the idea behind Santa Claus was, and the thing that we did in our family, and there was only 5 of us, we would put up our stockings, right? This is why I don't remember gifts at all, but I remember stockings. And we would put up our stockings and everybody got to, in quotes, play Santa. So one at a time, we would go into the living room and we would fill everybody else's stockings.
Oh,
It wasn't mom doing this, right? And it just made it all that stuff. That was my favorite, probably all-time favorite things of Christmas was.
Sorry, I missed how old you were when you started that, Margot.
We've always done that.
So since you can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we started doing it as probably, you know, I would have to be old enough to be able to do it. But I remember that even overseas, you know, maybe I was about 5 or 6, and
Nice.
and
Nice.
you know, we always did that, and that was my favorite thing to do. I don't care about getting gifts. I just really got a kick out of going and getting these little things to fill the stockings with.
That's so
And
sweet.
you remember that, Jeff? Was that something
Yes.
you enjoyed?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
the song is how we view Santa Claus. Yes, there is a Santa Claus, and that's so important.
Do you remember ever believing in Santa Claus, Jennifer? Okay, of course I can't remember. I can't believe that you would believe in Santa Claus. You'd have to have it explained to you.
Now, wait a minute. I believe in fairies, so, you know,
Yeah.
speak for yourself. And so Santa Claus can be right there with fairies.
No,
so.
I'm just saying for real. Do you ever remember? Because everybody has that memory of, oh my God, you know, Santa's not for
Oh,
real.
no, I never believed in Santa
No,
Claus.
so
It
it
was a
never really
concept.
believed in the real person Santa Claus, but I didn't know if, do you remember it? So you don't ever remember having to go through that whole thing about Santa Claus is not real.
No.
Oh, I hope there's no children here. Okay.
But I still believe in fairies, and they exist. So there you are. Okay, I'm going to have to say goodbye, guys. This was lovely.
That was really fun. I'm excited about all of this. This is really beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer.
Bye,
Lovely
Jennifer.
Christmas.
see you.
And Mom,
Yeah, nice seeing you all.
Mom will get the transcription and then
Yes,
she'll
it's all gonna
know
be
what
recorded.
everybody said when she can read it.
And here's our lovely Linda as she talks.
First, we're saying goodbye to Jennifer.
Oh,
Okay, bye, Jeff.
We're saying goodbye, Jennifer. Bye, Margaret.
Bye.
Bye, Margaret.
I'm leaving at 6:30.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
I have to go now. How do I get out
Bye.
of here?
Bye,
Hi,
Jennifer.
Margot, who's not gone yet.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Betsy. We did skip you. Are you ready?
I thought we were doing Linda. She's
Actually,
done
that's Linda, and Linda's back. So Linda, you're next. Sorry. Would you ready?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
And Wendy comes before me.
You're muted.
Oh, Wendy already went.
Wendy went.
You're muted.
Why, thank you, Scott, for that Zoom detail.
Linda,
So yes, I am Linda. I am mom to Catherine and Jefferson Butler, although Jefferson has not showed up because he's out leading a firefighters parade around the island, which I just saw coming home.
We saw him. We saw his face for a whole
Earlier.
30 seconds.
Excellent, good for him. Very cool.
He's usually proud.
Very cool. And what's like my earliest memory of Christmas was just of the Argelander Greater Christmas was just hordes of wonderful, sweet people. And you know, I remember Scott before I was so rudely cut off by my lack of Wi-Fi, saying the same thing. Just so many family people gathering together. It's just a lovely, lovely, lovely memory, and I'll always cherish it. So I would say that's my favorite Christmas memory of this family. And as far as traditions, I want to carry on the tradition of breakfast all day. Eggs, bacon, sausage, English muffins, we're doing that. Oh, and I'm in Anacortes, Washington. Obviously, perhaps my younger people have spoken that we're in the Northwest, not to Canada like Scott, but close.
Very close to Canada.
Close enough that my phone thinks it's roaming quite frequently.
Over half my radio stations are Canadian, and it's very weird.
I have some of that, and it's weird. It is weird.
Well, Betsy, I think you're after me possibly.
Oh, I have nothing to say.
Oh, somebody says they love cooking.
Thank you, Scott. That's very helpful captions you got there.
Mom, you're supposed to talk about yourself as if nobody knows who you are, too.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
They
see.
don't know who you are.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Catherine and Jefferson's mom.
With thumbnail
And
sketch, a couple minutes of just for people who like a family who go, who is that?
The artsy son.
Right. So let's see. So I was Tom Butler's wife, and Tom Butler is the son of Bob Butler and Ruth Butler, and definitely the son of Alice Butler too. And we have these two lovely children, and so that's how I'm related to the family. And I am a teacher, and I've been a teacher since I was 23 years old. About 100 years it's been now, I think. And so I'm Zooming with my 4th grade classes from home in Spanish. It's a party, kind of hard. Just living life. I have chickens and dogs, and then I just ran presents by Betsy and Dave's house and said, "Here, take these, bye."
Yeah.
So
social distancing sucks.
I know it's hard. It's hard to be so close and not be able to be together.
Very hard.
And I don't know if Catherine talked about her background, but she went snowshoeing at Mount Baker, and that is her snowy picture from Mount Baker just a couple days ago. So it looks quite stunning, and it's a real photo.
I thought they were stock stuff.
You thought they were what?
I thought the backgrounds that she puts in were just like something boilerplate,
No,
you can put your own photograph if you have the skill.
They're so cool.
Then the other ones have been Jack at the beach. Usually you can find him somewhere
I
playing in the water.
because Cindy had put on her other room, so obviously that's not a boilerplate thing. I just don't know how to do that yet.
Me neither. It's all good.
So I'm supposed to talk. I'm supposed to
Go
talk
ahead.
about.
If you think you are.
Go ahead.
My husband David, and we've been married 31 years, and we're still speaking to each other. 31.
Can it be so, Betsy?
Our son is 29.
Going to be 30, remember that?
Oh, Scott is gonna be 30. That's right.
I don't talk about that.
Because that means he has to grow up.
That's not
No.
the hill anymore though, right? We moved the hill far away from that.
And we live in Anacortes. After living in California all our life, we moved up here 3 years ago for me and 5 years ago for him. He came up before me because he got a job, left me behind to fix the house up and pack everything up and put the house on the market. And it was this really stupid thing for me to have agreed to do because it was really hard. Anyway, I'm not doing well with the cold. I play pickleball, and I'm the only one who is miserable with cold hands and feet. So recently we bought ones with socks and gloves with batteries. So every morning when I go to play pickleball, I put my batteries in my gloves and batteries in my socks and turn on. And you'd think that it would feel warm. They don't feel warm. They just don't feel cold. I can actually do things in the cold. My husband has taken up pickleball, which is really nice because it's nice to do things together because we're married. I started a home business 2 years ago. I sell compost red wiggler worms. I was hoping to do it for the townspeople, but I'm on Craigslist and I also do ship them through the mail. Some guy just got his order in one day. Shipped it one day. He got it yesterday. 2,000 worms. I wonder if he counted those. Anyway, they all arrived happily and safe and sound. I miss Disneyland a lot. I was in a fan club with a lot of other people that I became friends with, and I was going back to visit California and Disneyland 2 or 3 times a year when I first moved up here, but the coronavirus has ended that plan. It's not even open. It's not even open. I couldn't even go if I wanted to. Let's see. I'm retired, not because I wanted to, but it is nice not to have to work. I'm not really good with getting anywhere in time.
You've been retired for 30 years, right?
No, no, no.
You're
did-
right, 29 and a half. That's
I
right. That's
was
right.
very lucky that when I had my children, starting 29 years ago, my husband, during a weak moment, said I didn't have to work full time, and and I never had to work full time when I was raising my children. I don't know how people do it. There's a lot involved with raising children, and but I wouldn't want to homeschool them because I wouldn't want anybody to have to spend all day with me. I can be annoying. Let's see. Have I missed anything? Christmas. What do I like most about Christmas? I think the get-togethers and big crowds. I'm really missing getting to see people. The fact that I don't get to see my daughter's really hard. She's in Kansas, along with, and as soon as things get better, I'm gonna go visit her. I like the stockings, but I really like that idea of everybody sneaking in and putting things in the stock. We've never done it that way. That's cool. And I do like eggnog, particularly Laura's eggnog. It's exceptionally good.
Thank you.
It's so much better than the store bought.
Yeah. I want to say about Betsy's packages, she always makes such
Shall we
cute
show a
packages.
package off?
Yes, and it has to have pictures pasted all over it that she cuts out of a magazine. So they're always so decorated and nice. What is that you are showing us?
I don't know, but it's very cute and it's very festive. It's my artsy son.
She was just talking about warm socks and feet, so I drew mittens and
Warm
sockies.
socks?
So.
Oh, with the batteries? Don't forget the batteries of the push buttons.
Yours are boring. They're all black, so these are colorful because they're better because it's Christmas.
Look. You know what? I don't like the fact that the socks that have the batteries in them.
Oh, she's going to show you a package.
You can see them. You can see them, and then the lights on. I mean, I feel like I'm a robot or something. It's like I don't really want to advertise to the whole world about having this problem, but yeah, you can see that I'm wearing light up socks, warm up.
But Betsy, don't you do a chalk art?
So I have made it my mission in life to bring chalk art to Washington, and it's just hopeless. The weather is so uncooperative. And wet weather does not go with chalk art. They do not go well at all. But I do love chalk art, and but I'm hoping to move back to California one day and I'll do more chalk art.
Where are you gonna go?
Back to California one day.
One day.
One day.
After
I'm gonna live forever, you know.
To visit Disneyland.
And to do chalk art.
Disneyland. But it's not even open, is it? No.
No, I live in a dream world. You know that.
Yeah.
Rose-colored glasses. And
Yeah. Well, you see how Laura put this package here, so everybody could see about how
No,
your package is.
Well, it doesn't show all of it off. You have to see a little bit more of that, and then you have to look at the sides. It's a little bit unwieldy.
Unwieldy.
Yeah, and then there's more, and then there's more. Wait, then there's more.
Well, did you get the idea from Betsy or did she get the idea from you?
That's my package.
Well, that's your package. Oh.
Yeah, this is coming from Betsy, but I'd never heard this story about the bread. That's easy to get to.
Yeah, we did get the
Oh,
bread.
yeah, we sure did. We sure did. And we got Emily's goodies too. And I haven't had a Sandy in so long, and I want to make a batch because you didn't send us very many. So
And they are really
they're
good.
all gone.
They're addictive cookies, aren't they? Like,
Well, I do like them, but I just forgot how much. They're very
You get
good.
all of them?
No, I left you one.
I sent Scott more. You can fight. You can fight.
It's true. I still have some. I may bring some, or I may eat them all.
All
So
of that. No, but I can make them. I'm not a cook, but I can bake goodies if I'm motivated. The thing about cooking is everything being said and done at the same time. Uh-oh, what are you learning?
What is she saying?
oh, so yummy.
Oh, about the Sandies. I think we all agree.
I'm jealous. I want some Sandies.
I only know them by crescent cookies. So the fact you're calling them Sandies is very impressive.
And I actually do remember making those as a child, and yeah, they were really good. You'll have to send me the recipe, Emily.
I finally know what to send you.
It's easy to Google it.
You know what we're talking
I wanted to make sure I had everything at home to bake it.
Ken, do you know what crescents are?
Sandies. Crescents are Sandies.
Can she not hear me?
Ken, talking to you, Ken.
And
Sorry about that. What's going on?
I was asking you if you knew about crescent cookies.
Oh, we call them almond crescents.
Oh, well, you could call them almond crescents.
Well, not if you mix
Yeah,
them with
sometimes we make them almond crescents, sometimes we call them snowballs, and they're just a ball in powdered sugar with the almond. Oh, yeah, no.
They can have a different shape. They're allowed.
Yep. Nope, we make the almond crescents every year.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, well, I didn't make any. I'm not doing much baking anymore myself.
Aw.
But Laura is doing baking.
Thank goodness for Laura.
Watch.
That's right.
I watch while she does the baking. And
I wanted to add that two things that my sister and I both like at Christmas time. We like the almond stollen. You know, I don't know if that's Swedish. I'm not sure because there's different kinds of stollen, but it's the almond paste, the marzipan. And I know she likes toffee and I like toffee too.
Toffee or coffee?
Toffee with a T.
Oh, toffee.
As my mom did.
Is it like fudge? You boil it.
What did you say your dog's name is, Ken?
Kip, and he just decided he needed some love.
Kip.
Just crawled up here and he just gives hugs and he just got to, I mean, they've been laying quietly on the couch beside me here for about the last hour or so. And he's just got to reinforce.
I think he used to have
He doesn't want to go.
a lot of dogs. Is it just this one now?
Three. He's got three.
We got three. I got two with me here. So the other one's roaming around somewhere in the room.
Oh.
My sister would love your dog.
Oh, Kippers.
Very sweet.
That is a beautiful sky, Cindy. Oh my goodness. Do you think that's her?
His mother was an Australian Shepherd and his father was a Golden Retriever.
Oh.
Just a sweet dog.
Yeah, it seems like a super sweet dog.
Yeah.
He has to sleep between us. The
Wow.
problem with multiple dogs, you never really get to know if your wife's in bed with you or not because the dog is right there.
The
And
Duke family has 2 Peanuts and 2 Jacks. I think that's funny. I mean, and named without knowing that the other one has the same name. So.
2 Peanuts and 2 Jacks.
Yeah, Heather's got a peanut and Margot has a peanut and we have a Jack and Linda has a Jack.
Oh.
All dogs.
And I don't even think those are normal dog names.
Nobody calls their dog Rover anymore.
Or Chief. That would be politically incorrect.
Oh, what have you
Oh,
got?
that's
Scott?
right. Scott's got a dog. Like
It's
a
not
cat.
I have a cat, and if anyone names their cat like my cat, then they're also weird. My cat's name is Fat Cat.
Fat
I
cat?
like the name.
I just,
Better than Fat Dog.
I just call him Crip.
Oh, look at you, Cindy's dog.
Her name is something unique because it used to be
Oh,
Happy Cat. So,
The unique thing about your cat is the 3 legs.
I mean, that's also different, but you know, hi. What?
Somebody else had an animal with 3 legs called him Tripod. I thought that was cute.
Tripod would be fun. I also like Hop.
Like a dog.
Hop's pretty good.
Oh.
There's our dog.
Your dog is so
He's
cute.
not a lap dog.
Oh,
This is Jack.
It's our Jack.
Oh, now you got Jack here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only kid we have left.
Yeah.
It's just too bad that Jack's as dumb as a brick.
We stopped the formal part.
He's a cute brick, but he's still pretty dumb.
David, do you want to talk about yourself? It would be nice.
I have to.
He's still working.
So
We'd love it.
my name's Dave Diamond. I was born in Coldwater, Michigan, and I've been in hot water ever since. I moved to California in 1959 when I was 6, I think, thereabouts, and grew up in Costa Mesa, Southern California. Interestingly enough, I met Betsy when she was 16, but she doesn't remember it. She was working at Orange Julius at the time. I went there to buy something. There was this cute little blonde waiting on me. I went back several times to get her phone number, never saw her
Yeah, I
again.
didn't have that job for long.
And it wasn't until I actually met her and then saw a picture hanging in the house of her on a horse when she was 16. And I saw that picture and I looked and went, I know that girl. And it was her.
I don't know if it's true, but it makes a cute story.
I found her after probably 30 years. Yeah, about 29 years I found her. In our family, Christmas was rather quick and over with. Really, it was rip and shred, tear, and you're done. And once you were done, we'd have breakfast. My dad would open up the newspaper. And that'd be about it.
It was over.
That was kind of boring. That was kind of my memory. I remember at least once a bigger family with all of my relatives in Michigan at Christmas, but I can barely remember that one. And that was when I was like 4 or 5. So that didn't seem to sink in all that much then. But after marrying Betsy and going up to then Sonoma for Christmas with her family was a real eye opener for me. All those people there for Christmas, all those stockings, oh my God, all the presents. It was outrageous. It was an experience that I never thought I'd see, and I loved every second of it. And I miss that bigger family nowadays. The last couple of years, it's been really kind of meager as the bigger groups. I think it's been harder to do. We did get together, I think it was last year at Alice with Alice, and it was a really good time. We really had a lot of fun. But I do like the bigger groups at Christmas. I love the idea here that we do now with the stockings. You have to use your own sock to fill. Got to do that. We love it. I just like the Christmas. I like the Christmas trees. I like the lights outside. I like decorating for Christmas.
He does.
I enjoy cooking. I like particularly the baking and making of the desserts and stuff more so than the main course.
And I like the eating.
Yeah. But It's Christmas is a fun time, and I think it's a good time for all of us to
And
get
he really
together.
likes the one present at a time being opened.
Well, that's your mom's rule, and I like it. Well, it's in stark comparison to what I grew up with, and it's definitely better than what I grew up with. Um, but
So you married me for my family.
Exactly. Now, when I met Betsy, I'd been working at the city of Irvine for about 10 or 12 years already. I was in building maintenance, and I'd been trying to get into inspection, and they didn't think I was
mature
enough for it until I got engaged. Then all of a sudden
Immediately.
I was hireable. So when I got married, 2 weeks later, I started as a building inspector. So I've been
I
doing
think
building
you didn't even-
inspecting
I think
for,
when you got engaged, I don't think you even had to get married once you got engaged. I think.
I didn't get the job until I didn't start the job until after the honeymoon.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't even lose track.
That's all right. Your career.
I worked at Irvine until 2009 when I broke my left thigh. I smashed my left thigh, lost an inch out of my leg. They laid me off due to the fact that I
He was couldn't work for 2 years.
I was out of work for 2 years rehabilitating. It was 2 years before I could actually get up and walk. It was quite an experience, one I would never want to go through again. It led me to another job that was actually really good for my rehabilitation. I worked for a small company that took care of the maintenance inspection for the city of Mission Viejo. So I got to go to all the 52 parks in Mission Viejo every day and
just check for graffiti.
I would ride a bicycle or walk around the park and look for graffiti, maintenance issues, things that needed to be repaired, that were broken or whatever, and make my list and turn it in. So for a year and a half, I was out every morning riding a bicycle and or walking in a park, rehabilitating my leg. At the end of the year and a half, I was in really good
You
shape.
did get paid peanuts for that.
I did. Peanuts would have been a raise. But it was good for my rehabilitation, and I was outside and I liked it. That I got a call from a friend while I was there about a job up here. I didn't think much of it, but I applied not thinking I'd even get a call. I got a call. Not only did I get a call, I got an interview. Not only get an interview, I got an offer of a job. And that was in the course of 4 days.
Yeah, what happened?
I applied on a Tuesday morning. I faxed the paperwork. They called me Tuesday afternoon, wanted an interview. Oh, you're in California. And Wednesday morning, I did a Skype interview. And after the interview, they called me in the afternoon, said I'm one of their top choices. When can I come up and visit? They'd like to see me. So I looked around for plane flights to get a good price, and there was nothing within a good time frame. So I just bit the bullet, bought a ticket, and went up and had the interview. And a half hour after the interview, they called me and wanted to hire me. So that was all within 4 daes. And
Well, he had 35 years with the city of Irvine. I mean, he had pretty good qualifications.
So it's I've been for 4 years. I like the weather. Like my son, I like the weather. We have weather now. Unfortunately, Betsy is this year suffering more from the cold than she did last year. So this could change things. We'll have to see how things go. But I'm hoping we can stay up here, but we'll see how things go. And this Zoom thing is kind of fun. I'm glad we could all get together like this. It's very nice. Appreciate it.
It's added, I mean, the virus has made things, has taken so many things away from us. It's kind of fun to have some things added, some new things. So, cool. Yeah, I'm glad they invented this before the virus came along. Who's next?
I think that I think it's this house here, and I'm gonna have Mom talk next.
Okay.
Gonna talk next? Yeah, Mom's gonna talk next.
Well, I think I'm the eldest one here. I think I am. I have 2 more weeks until I'm 89, and that makes me very close to 90, but I'm feeling pretty good. But I have this wonderful daughter right here taking care of me day and night, taking care of me, making sure I'm safe, making sure I don't do crazy things. I sometimes am not as careful as I should. That's true. And I must not lean down and get anything off of the floor, much as I want to. So anyway, here I am. Boy, Ken, I haven't seen you since, oh, you came to visit me once in California, I think.
It was Pasadena. I came to, were you in Pasadena?
Yep.
Oh, maybe Cat Pasadena. Yeah, maybe. But I know you came to visit sometime.
Yep, I did.
Yeah, that was very nice. That was very nice. I was just thinking, you know, I haven't seen you very much since you grew up. I remember you as a very cute little boy. I do remember that.
I'm still adorable, but I'm just.
Oh, yes, I know, I know. I bet your wife says that too. And your
No.
kids. Yeah. And so do you know who
all his messages
are here? Do you know Linda? And
I do now.
you do good, Linda. And they live on the island, you know. They
Oh,
live
that's right.
and of course Guimas Island. Yes, they do. And Catherine graduated from school, and so now she's going to college, I believe, by way of Zoom, right? By way of Zoom.
Well, she got to go to real college for a year, right?
By what?
She got to go to real college, like normal people, until the virus hit, and then she had to go online.
Real college.
You know, it'd be not. I think it would be different if she didn't ever get to go to the real.
She's still in real college.
Thank you, Scott. Real college.
I think so. The tests are real and the grades are real. Okay, well,
and here's this a professional guy designing kitchens.
Well, you only know that he looks different if you knew he had long hair for 10 years.
Oh, not anymore. And now he got a haircut and he looks all grown up now. He's all grown up. Yeah.
Yeah, if you call whatever my hair's doing grown up, sure. Sure.
So,
okay, so your hair is a mind of its own.
He had long hair down halfway down his back, like my son Keith. Very much like my son Keith, but I don't know what occasioned him to cut his hair. Somebody mentioned that they.
Yeah, the job he has now. They asked him to.
Oh.
But then they said, what would you think if we? How did they word that, Jeff Scott?
They asked if I was interested, or if what was my thoughts with my hair, and I was already planning to cut my hair when I was jumping from one job to another.
You were not.
And so it was an opportunity to kind of.
Home Depot to a real job, yes.
I was a kitchen designer at Home Depot. That was a real job.
Why did you complain about it all the time and say that?
Because I love to complain, Mother. It's easy to do, and I love doing it.
You love to complain. Well,
I love to complain. Complaining is. It's so fun. It's so fun to complain.
This guy is a real game player. He plays games. Oh, I don't know if there's a game he doesn't know how to play, but he knows how to play.
And he doesn't play that many games because he's at work all day. That's what he tells me.
It's true, but I do play a lot of games, and currently my favorite is Magic. Is it a hobby or a game? Who knows?
Did Alice talk about Christmas and her favorite memories?
Oh, thank you. Do you have time to listen, Margot?
I only have a few minutes. I may just disappear, but make sure she talks about that.
Thank you for that guidance, because
Are
I
you
think
going
we would
to
have
a
forgotten.
party?
Yeah, I have a class, so.
You have an appointment.
Okay, Mama, start talking about Christmas.
Oh, heaven.
What do you
Heaven.
remember about Christmas?
Well, we had Christmas at our house way long ago in China. We had it. And I don't really remember that we had, stockings, but I'm sure we must have, because we've had lots of stockings, and it always was real stockings. It was not ever those kind of decorated fancy ones. It was real stockings that you wear on your feet. That's what it was. But then we didn't necessarily like them to be dirty stockings. We really like them to be
That's
clean
frowned upon.
stockings. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we had stockings at our house. That's the thing I remember the most from my childhood, because I don't remember packages. I don't remember packages.
You
But
didn't get presents?
what?
You didn't get presents? No presents?
In the stockings, little presents.
Oh, got it.
Little things. But I don't remember. I don't remember.
You didn't have a lot of money, did you?
Have what all night?
Did you have a lot of money to buy presents?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
That's probably why.
No, sort not. I know.
What about food? What about
Yeah.
food?
What did you eat on Christmas?
What did we eat? Well, what did my mama make? Pecan rolls.
You're so entertaining.
Wonderful pecan rolls. She did.
Oh, I love pecan rolls.
Yeah.
She did make those. And I think we probably made gingerbread cookies, probably.
Oh, it's Springerly, Mama.
Oh, Springerly is right. Springerly. Do you
Does
make
any-
Springerly at your
Does
house?
anybody
Ken?
know about that? The anise cookies that are so hard, very old world?
No, they're from Germany, aren't they?
Yeah, you use that special rolling pin, but they're rock hard. And then I don't know,
You
actually.
dip them in your coffee.
Yeah, well, you have to age them somehow.
I don't know what you do if you don't drink coffee. I don't know. I don't
We
know.
don't need cookies.
I guess they've fallen by the wayside.
I gotta go.
Bye, Margot.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
go.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to see
Going
you, Margot.
much later.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, Margot.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, yes. And Linda, it's so lovely to see you. Lovely. Yes.
I have a question. I would like to know why we use real socks for stockings. I want to know
What?
where that came from.
Oh, from my parents, from my mother. They never had bought fancy socks. They never had those. So are we the only ones that used real stockings? And of course, it had to be yours, had to be your own. So
One
if
that you had
were a
worn.
child, if you were a little child, it was just a little stocking.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you figure the little children would be getting presents. You
No,
have a
I
little
guess it-
baby sock.
It doesn't.
It's a
really-
little counter.
Hey, look at
Intuitive.
who's there. There's,
Who are you seeing?
who is that, Scott? It looks like Scott.
How did you
Oh,
do that,
Oh,
Scott?
Scott's doing something fancy.
He is doing something fancy.
Yeah, he's doing something fancy. He's just cloning himself
Oh,
back.
the long hair
He
and
wants,
the
to show, and he wants to show off his hair.
and his mother with her mouth open.
And he wants to show off his dear sister, Heather.
Yes, she's in.
Yes, well, I just wanted to show off quickly. This is me with long hair.
Wait, that's
This is my mother, and this is my sister when she graduated college. So
No,
she's not here, so I can throw any image of her as I want.
Why do you think he doesn't mean college? He needs college.
You should graduate from
College. Yeah, she graduated college. Isn't that what it said?
College for a long time. That's why she went to Kansas, remember?
Oh, that's why she went to Kansas.
That is why she went to Kansas, not because she wanted to go to Kansas.
Because it's tornado or there are hurricanes or tornadoes.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate all your little additions there.
So we didn't get to see your wife, Georgia, Ken.
Sorry about that. Hang on. There,
You didn't even show us a picture or anything.
I will go find a picture of my bride somewhere.
That'd be a place, yeah. That'd be a place to find
Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
your bride, yeah. And yeah, and maybe you already heard, Heather, that we had a lovely time with playing cards with
somebody that you like a lot and somebody that.
Are you talking to Linda and Catherine?
I was talking to Catherine.
Okay, you
Oh,
said
I
Heather.
said the wrong
You
name.
said Heather, but you
I
didn't
said
mean
the wrong
Heather.
name. I'm old
Okay.
woman. You're
That's my son's wedding.
your son's wedding.
Yeah, Jake, we got him married. He was supposed to have a big ceremony this spring, but COVID canceled it all. She's got a wedding dress and everything. But they got called up, so we did a civil ceremony at a city park.
You did.
And I officiated. I got ordained online, and I
got ordained.
That is so cool.
did the ceremony. I made my son cry. I was really excited about that. And so when he gets back next year, we're going to do a more formal reception where she gets to wear the wedding dress and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, I see.
That's my bride who has put up with me for 29 years plus.
Oh, 29 years. Yes.
29 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wish you could come out here and visit us sometime. We have a really big house. We have a great big house. In fact, we rent 2 rooms because we have so many rooms.
Well, I am actually, my next contract will be, maybe, we're negotiating it right now, will be in the LA area. And if I can at least get out to LA, maybe I can head up there and see what's going on in that part of the world.
That would be great.
I've never been up there.
Oh, you've never been to LA?
No.
No, I've never been to Oregon or Washington.
Oh, here.
We're a little far away from LA, just saying. So
He didn't say we were by LA, it's just on the way.
Well, okay, you're a lot closer to LA than you are to Louisville, Kentucky.
that is true. That is very true.
So what I would do is fly out, and instead of flying home, I would just fly up there for a couple hours, spend the weekend, visit, and then come back down.
Yeah, you see how you've gotten acquainted with this wider family? A lot of families, see? And you know that Scott is David's son, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
David, all I'm going to say is you've got the most magnificent beard I've ever seen in all the years of seeing your pictures.
Thank you.
Man, that beard is rocked.
He grows a great beard, and I'm super excited for when I get older that I hopefully will also be able to sculpture a magnificent beard like my father does.
Well, the thing is, you have to start young, you know. I had a full mustache by the time I was 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
My beard was there when I graduated from high school, but it wasn't thick yet. It didn't really get thick until I got into my 30s. But,
who is this next to you in the picture?
Oh, don't let me derail the conversation. This is just Sophie when she graduated college as well. This is her with her grandmother, and this is me.
Grandmother, but I never met her grandmother.
Well, here you go. Here's a photo.
Okay.
I'm just derailing conversations left and right. Don't mind me.
Well, I'd like to meet her.
hi, Tim.
Sophie, this is your grandmother?
Sophie's not there, Mama.
Oh, she's not
It's
there?
just her photo.
It's just her photo.
But she looks very real, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. I thought it was Sophie. I thought she was right there. Yeah.
She's gone now.
Live there.
Well, and there's Linda. Linda, and look at there. Catherine, yes. And look at who, that's a pretty jacket you've had on. You have on
I'm talking
here.
to Cindy now.
Cindy, it's a beautiful jacket.
It's actually a very nice cozy sweater.
It's a sweater?
It's a sweater.
Well, nice. I like it.
What temperature is it outside now in Arizona?
Probably in the low 50s.
Okay.
What temperature is it, Ron? He's gonna go look at the thermostat. 53.
Outside, you mean?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, it's only
And it's been very windy today. What were the winds up to? 40 miles an hour.
Oh my.
It's only 33 here and not windy.
Does it get cold enough to snow there, Cindy?
It can, but we don't normally have the moisture. So it gets cold enough that it would snow, but not the precipitation.
Right, okay.
Well, this has been lovely to visit all of you. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
So it's cold enough outside for snow,
So happy.
and I have snow. So
Oh my gosh, that snow from your outside, Scott. You're just
awesome.
You're just bragging about everything over
You're
there.
gonna make Ryu jealous. That was his favorite thing about Christmas.
Oh, you know, Mom, it's just every day she's going, but where's our snow? Snow on this hill just scares me so.
It's a pain in the butt. Who wants snow?
Well,
But
not on
Ken,
this
you
hill.
have snow, don't you?
Nope, no snow.
No snow.
No snow.
Speaking of
It's
Cleveland.
Oh,
I think she's
yeah.
probably thinking.
not Cleveland, Louisville. It was 50 degrees today. It's gonna be 20 something for Christmas. It's gonna be cold, but no snow. We don't get snow.
No snow in Kentucky. Yeah.
So I have to beg off.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you for everything.
It's
Thank
been
you.
so lovely.
I have that artwork I want to talk to Aunt Alice about later on.
Okay.
Just to all,
we're gonna
love
eat
to
dinner.
all.
Thank you so much. Merry
Thank you, everybody.
Christmas to you.
Yes, to everybody. Merry Christmas. Yes.
I
Christmas.
love you, Mom. I miss you.
Christmas, Ken. So nice to see you.
Betsy,
So nice to see you.
David, yes, and Cindy, yeah, and Linda, and Catherine, and Scott, and Wendy. Wendy's disappeared.
She had a weak signal.
For coming.
It's a serious problem.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Mm.
Hopefully a new year,
2021, may it be better.
2001.
Well,
2001.
how about 2021?
Oh, 2021.
2021. It
Oh.
was 2020
Oh, I
and
forgot
then
the
it's going to be
2000 part.
2021.
You have to forgive me. I get very mixed up very easily. And when I'm writing a letter, I realize I made so many mistakes. I feel like I shouldn't even
Gonna
say,
make whiteout.
but I have to do it anyway. Oh, Betsy's good about whiteout. I'm not good about whiteout. You're good about it. Nice to see you, Dave.
Mama,
Yeah.
Mama, you talked about a childhood Christmas when you were in China, but you didn't really talk about like the early family Christmases or, what you've enjoyed in your adult life. I feel like we didn't really hear the Christmas highlights from your perspective when you had a family.
When I had a family. Oh, let me see. Yeah, well,
You just do it right, Mother.
I can't hear well, I can't hear well.
Okay, well,
but-
just if you think about Bray Lane and
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
ways that you made your Christmas special, I can give you a few little clues. For one thing, as a child, I remember that you wanted Christmas Day to be very sacred for your family.
Yes.
And it was only for
Oh.
your little nuclear family, not a wider family.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh, I see, yeah.
So I remember that, and I remember there was some push to do things on Christmas Eve, and you felt pretty strongly that you couldn't start early. I would just say those things. We were allowed to only unwrap the packages. Well, we were allowed
I
to.
don't even think we got one gift.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was very reluctantly that she wanted us to have it. Thought she wanted to save it all. I'm just gonna plant those seeds of
If
ideas.
they were in the mail, I would say you could take the outside,
As a little kid, that wasn't enough.
wrapping
Now,
paper.
for example, that box
it
from
was never enough.
sitting there, you could take it out and see what was inside.
Yeah, but you couldn't open your packages. That's true. That's true. I was very much a stickler about that.
And when I was young, as Laura was reminding me, you would make the bread, we would wrap it in foil, we would put the curling ribbon around it, and then we would deliver to neighbors, to people in the neighborhood. Oh, and Sandy, you would do the same thing with Sandy's.
To make
Make
the
a plate,
marzipan.
cover it.
You're stepping on one day.
You know, Laura makes the Christmas bread now. And in those days, I made the Christmas bread, but it never turned out so beautifully as Laura does. Fact is, I had so many failures, but I kept on making it. I kept on trying. A lot of times it didn't rise perfectly. It just didn't do the things it was supposed to do. But I never gave up. I never gave up. But now that Laura makes it, she makes it perfectly. I must say, we were looking at a loaf the other day after she cut into it, and we looked at it, and the nuts and the raisins were all distributed just perfectly, just perfectly. Nobody could say anything wrong. Now, Betsy never wanted raisins in her bread, but she wanted the nuts. And I think maybe we tried something else. Did we try apricots or something? Like dried apricots? Because I wouldn't have.
You know what I was just on a different subject, but about Christmas, Mom. What I remember is we would absolutely open the presents one at a time, and everybody would watch, take turns, and appreciate. And if it was clothing, you wanted us to stop right then and go and try it on.
Oh, try it on if it was something to wear. Yes, you had to take time. That's why there were times we didn't even get done on Christmas Day. We had to finish the next day. That's happened before. Does anybody remember that?
Oh, yeah.
A couple times.
Oh, yes.
I recall one Christmas, 22, I think it was 22 or 23 people for Christmas. That was the 2-day.
Hi,
Hey!
Sophie. That's a pretty shirt you have on. I'm looking at it.
She can't hear any of you because you're all inside my head,
You
but
can't hear me?
she says hi.
What is Grandma Alice saying?
Grandma, what did you say?
Oh, yeah.
Just went silent. Oh, sorry.
Oh, and you have a cat over there, I think.
She likes the cat and she likes your shirt.
Yeah, the cat and the.
It's my shirt.
I like her face too. I like her face. So, Sophie, I haven't seen you for a long time.
You saw her.
When? Who?
When did we last go to see her?
Who?
Grandma.
We saw her in
Your birthday.
We saw her August, my birthday?
It was late
Either
birthday.
August or September.
My birthday? No.
My birthday. My birthday. Grandma, I'm the important one here. My birthday.
Hey.
Oh, your birthday. Maybe that was it.
It was a couple weeks after the
Grandma, I love
birthday.
them.
I can't remember. Did
Well, I
we
think they
see
can hear you, but
Sandy?
Sophie says she loves everyone, so
Really
she
hot.
loves you all.
It was super duper hot.
Oh, that's right. We went down with my mother to go see you, and it was like 90 degrees or something. We had the misters. It was really hot.
But we got to see everybody.
We did. We went down for my birthday. That's right. That's right.
Really hot.
We saw Emily and Adrian and Laura and everyone and
Remember we had
and
the
Wendy.
birthday in the
Yes,
driveway because of COVID.
yeah, that's right. We were all in the driveway.
And I brought a bubble making machine and a mister.
Taboo.
We played Taboo in the driveway.
It actually worked really well.
It worked pretty well. Yeah. So
Look at those. What are they made out of? What is that? What?
Tumbleweed.
It's a cool idea. We just don't have any here.
It's the kind of rolling, what is it?
Yeah, it's called a tumbleweed.
I still,
You hadn't even told it to me, son.
Alice, can you hear me? It's called a tumbleweed.
oh, tumbleweed, that's the word I wanted, but I never heard it. Now I heard it finally. Yes.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm
There's
just
a song
eating.
about that, tumbling tumbleweed. Yeah, anybody know that song? No? No, nobody knows that song about the tumbleweed.
No, I don't.
Wow,
Why would you make a song about that? That's silly.
there is one, but I don't remember it. Tumbling tumbleweed, that's the only part I can remember.
She's making it up.
No, she's not. I think it's really-
Well, thank you for this visit, all of you, because I guess this is the only Christmas visit I'm going to see. Scott and Emily and Linda and Betsy, but I'm going to see Wendy, I believe. I think I'm going to see Wendy tomorrow, I hope.
It's Christmas Eve.
Tomorrow?
Christmas
It's
Eve.
Christmas Eve, that's what it is.
Pickleball at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Pickleball. You're playing pickleball on Christmas Eve?
We sure are. I'm happy to play.
Oh, I have to find out what this pickleball is. I don't even know what it is.
We should probably watch a YouTube of pickleball in action, huh?
Yeah, Alice, do you remember what a wiffle ball is?
Do you remember what wiffle balls are? Those
Do you know what tennis is?
Do
Holes in
you
'em.
know what ping pong is?
Yeah.
Well, it's apparently a lot like ping pong, but it's outside.
Oh, it's outside.
A wiffle ball and a paddle bigger than a ping pong paddle, and you play on a court that's half as big as a tennis court, but you have a net like a tennis court.
A net.
You have a net like a tennis court, but you're playing with pickleball, so it's kind of like tennis with a plastic ball and a wood paddle.
It's like ping pong, but you're standing up on a court outside,
Oh,
right? With a little bit bigger ball.
It's like ping pong and tennis.
Oh,
But it's
You
not
play
really. I feel like
you play?
I play.
I don't know what outdoors is. I just look at it through a window.
Is it fast?
You
Like
know what outdoors
He
is?
doesn't know what outdoors is.
I think it's slower than ping pong. Like because of the wiffle ball, it kind of goes whoo. I think it's more in line with badminton on the speed
It's not
of
slow.
pickleball.
No,
This is
look at
pickleball
it,
paddle.
it has a paddle.
I think the way my mom plays. My mom does play
Wiffle
for
ball.
me. That's a big ball.
Oh,
That's the wiffle ball.
oh, good. Good. Having a show and tell, so we're getting what it is. A ball with holes in it and a paddle, a big paddle. Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah, it's hard.
So you take your own paddle with you when you go to play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
yeah. Well, if you don't have a paddle, you can't play.
You have to have 4 people too.
And yeah, and you have to have 4 people to play, 2 on each side,
4 people?
4 people to play.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's outdoor activity. It's fun. We like it.
This is off subject, but are sticky buns and pecan rolls the same thing?
Pretty much.
What was the first word?
Sticky rolls may or may not have pecans in them.
Yeah, okay. But historically for our family, were the sticky buns the same thing as pecan rolls or did they not have nuts?
Oh, I don't think a sticky bun has nuts. It certainly doesn't necessarily have nuts, but a pecan roll has to have nuts.
But it's different from a cinnamon roll in that it's kind of gooey. It's like a gooey, it's not, no cream cheese frosting. It's like a brown sugar butter type of thing. Is that right?
Well, who knows what she's saying? how we describe this differently.
Mom's here. She can help me. So with a sticky bun, with our family sticky bun, does a sticky bun like a pecan roll cooked in like brown sugar butter type of a thing?
Well, we don't have sticky buns in our family.
Oh, we had pecan. So I heard Grandma say that her mom made sticky buns.
No,
No,
she
I
made
never
pecan rolls.
did.
They're pecan rolls. Oh, okay. My mistake.
There weren't anything called sticky buns.
Not in the family.
But they were back to what that potato starter was. You know, she would bake the pecan rolls with that potato starter. So it's the Christmas bread. And they weren't very gooey. You know, her pecan rolls were not decadent pecan rolls. You know, compared to the modern way of there are lots of sticky stuff. You know, they were small. They would not be your gourmet sticky rolls, sticky buns. But they were good.
Well, Grandma.
So now that, Laura, now that you're talking, I just want to officially, as stage manager, say you haven't really gotten your time.
You know,
so the question, what's that?
You noticed that, did you?
Oh, I'm burning inside because we're incomplete. So I want to know, one, what's the special treat that you brought? And then, like, what is your memory from childhood? What is your memory now about Christmas? Yeah.
You know, I haven't had a lot of time to think about it. Christmas is a giant tumbleweed in my life. It's really complicated and the opposite of what I want it to be. I mean, in terms of, I would say, I want Christmas to be a candle, and it's not a candle for me at all. It's really messy, my memories of Christmas. I have some really ancient memories of being in Colorado, and I might say it was the Christmas of 1960, the year before you were born, Wendy. And I think there's even some audio tapes of that Christmas in Palmer Lake. And we were somewhere, and so I would have been 6. And my memories are really hazy, but I would say it's the romance of the whole Yule log thing. And I can't even tell you exactly what that Yule log thing is, but it has something to do with being out and looking for something in the snow. And so, and it's like being in a log cabin and all those kind of like really romantic kind of fire and snow and everything wonderful. But that's probably my first Christmas memory that I can think of. And then I think probably my favorite part of Christmas was the extent to which I could contribute. So the fact that I started to make candy and I would pack it up, and I made the fudge, and probably starting when I was about 12 or 13 or something. And so I'd make candy, and I used to make candy canes, and all of that was really fun. But I've never really liked all the complications. It's always been too much for me. It's been too overwhelming, starting from an early age, where I had a really difficult time figuring out what my role was. And so that Christmas is complicated for me. And I keep on thinking, how can I get it down to that little candlelight that I'm looking for? And I don't know how to do it. But I do have lots of little parts I can enjoy, and I enjoy looking at the tree. That's fun for me. And I enjoy exchange of presents. That's fun. And I just really enjoy baking and giving things that I make. It's my favorite part.
Yeah, she makes wonderful Christmas bread. And I'm looking at one loaf right now, still wrapped up.
But probably too, my favorite memories have to do with my grandchildren. And I just got a
Christmas card from Athena today. That was probably one of the most precious things I've ever seen. I will show it to you.
Yeah, Athena. She wrote it all herself. She did. We have not seen them this Christmas. We have not seen them. No.
All right,
Yeah,
so
there it is.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see it.
Kind of.
Oh, come back. Yeah.
You see that? It's a little mysterious. You see how there's a Laura and then there's a gone in the middle? Do you see that? And I was trying to figure out if that was gay. You know, who's gone? I wasn't sure. And then I see Billy and I see somebody extra up at the top. And I don't know. You see that? It looks like an OS. And I don't know who that is. She did, I think.
Alice?
Well, I see Alice, but then there's extra besides the Alice. And I don't know if that, I think she met Osbily. I mean, the last time she was here, I had some people here who were moving in. I don't know if that's who that is, but there seems to be an extra person anyway.
Rosebud.
But anyway, that card just came and it just reminds me, I have so many notes too of like when I was making the Christmas bread, the when I made it 3 years ago that Athena and Xander were here. So a lot of my bestest Christmas memories have to do with my grandchildren. And so of course, Christmas gets complicated because, oh my gosh, Scott, that's pretty fun. because
How do you do that?
my grandchildren.
That's from yesterday or for the day before.
I didn't mean to derail your conversation. I just all suddenly found out that I could put a video in the background and it decided to put it sideways. So I'm just, what it is, what it is.
Let me just take the moment to say, Scott, you look awesome in that sweater. I really don't know if I've ever seen you look so updude in terms of your appearance. You look really good. And I like this interesting thing that's happening with the things in the background. First it was 89 back there, and now it's like food. And now look what you've done. I guess that's the pickleball.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah.
So cool. Very, very fun. And you are, preciously fun and in the moment. I really appreciate that about you.
But I have derailed Laura super hard. So Laura, go ahead, go back. I didn't know it would automatically just like throw the video in there. I thought I was gonna.
It was perfect, Scott. It was just absolutely perfect.
See, look at Cindy. She's doing something fun too. She's got a dog in a sand dune. Look at that. That's cool.
I think we came to a great, wonderful wrapping up and putting a bow on it place, everybody. I've got
Well, then I'll just.
I've got a few Christmas last minute things because I still have a Santa route to do tomorrow. So I have a little.
I wanted to say one thing. I wanted to say that a great big part about Christmas is what Mom, Alice, Laura, Davison, Butler. Oh, I forgot the Argelander. Alice, Laura, Argelander, Davison, Butler. What your has been about Christmas, like the fire that you've had, always had about Christmas, and it's like it exudes so much energy and love, and I just think we owe you an honor.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
Mama has been Christmas in so many ways, and her Christmas spirit just came roaring
Where
back.
did those sunglasses
2
come
weeks
from?
ago, when she started writing cards, you would swear she just had her Christmas sickness. She woke up so excited, so inspired.
Yeah, I think
She is Christmas spirit
trying to write to
incarnate.
everybody in my address book. Can you believe it? And I didn't manage, but I did write to a lot of them.
The rest are gonna be
Wow,
after.
just it's nonstop, Scott.
After Christmas. So this was a wonderful visit. Whatever Scott's doing, he's doing a lot of funny things. You are.
He is
Scott.
adding a lot of fun to the show, to the
Oh,
program.
now you've got a cat on your lap. Now you got a cat on the lap. Yeah.
I've never played with these filters before, so I'm sorry. We're just gonna derail the conversation again with the.
Very helpful. Helpful for little conversations.
Oh,
A solid video background is required. You are blowing it, David Diamond, right there.
All right, well, let's honor Laura and let's do our sign-offs. Maybe just maybe
Sing
one
a
at a
final
time.
song or Christmas carol or
how
something.
do you get out of it though?
We're stuck.
How do you get this stupid thing off?
He's got his Santa Claus hat on. Good, Scott. Looks cute.
He's not really wearing a hat. It's only drawn on.
No, it's right there. You
But
can
where
totally see my hat.
It's a pretend hat. It's only in your imagination.
Scott,
It's as real as you want it to be.
where's your barrel of monkeys, Scott?
He's got everything else.
He is one.
How about the gun with the little guy that goes pow?
This is the real thing.
Oh my gosh, it is the real thing.
Oh, now David's got a Santa
Maybe
hat.
we should say next time everybody has to bring a hat.
Boy, that would be fun. Yeah.
No, this was just perfect. I can't think of any way to make it more perfect. Joe.
You know,
Thank you,
especially
Cindy.
we wanted more people and we wanted everybody there. More people would have.
And he's got a hat. Well,
Yeah.
good. I
Where's
didn't
my
think,
hat?
I don't think we found any here. Have we?
I don't know, Wendy. Did you ever see any hats? Wendy was the official unpacker.
Oh.
And I see
White
hats.
sunglasses.
Not cats, hats.
I have to tell you, and you won't be surprised, what I see the most of are different groovy electronic devices.
Is that what people are buying
Right.
for? That's through Amazon?
Yeah, as presents to each other, you know,
Somebody
Alexas.
share for me because I'm not doing it.
and little cameras for their doors or for their
For the doorbell?
kinders and
Doorbell camera? Everybody who's cool has one of those.
Fair enough. But I think we should call this to an end.
3
I have
hours
to
is
go
enough.
make food.
Can they
Cindy,
see
I
that?
just
Yeah.
Cindy, I want to thank you
I
so
heard my
much for
name, though.
staying with us.
And not falling
I'm
asleep like
coming.
Betsy did.
Thank you, festive people, for making
And
the bitter end of our 3-hour reunion. Just this hardcore group to say goodbye to each other. And
Bye.
bye.
I'll see you in person next year.
It was fun to see my nephew. What is he? Ken Mueller. That's my oldest sister's son.
Nephew.
He's making rabbit ears, Emily.
Are you sure it's not a halo? Love you guys. Bye.
I
Bye-bye.
love you. Have a great
Bye.
Christmas.
Hi,
Bye,
Cindy.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Hi, David.
Oh, David's got a halo.
Bye.
David. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Wendy.
We'll be thinking of you.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye, bye, bye.
yeah. So you've been recording all of that.
Been recording all of that. It was 3 hours long.
Was it really?
More than 3 hours. Yep.